Welcome in, high school football fans. We are live, Week 7, Stark Media YouTube Game of the Week. Drew Sarachman with Jeff Tyler. We are tucked in the rolling hills down in Carrollton at Warrior Stadium for the Alliance Aviators in town to take on the Carrollton Warriors in this big EBC matchup. Both teams come in at 5-1 as the coin toss is commencing. We are 18 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to get to this pregame in a little bit, but first we're going to talk about our Stark County power rankings. So Jeff and I will go through our power rankings for the week. We'll start with yours, Jeff.
Okay, so coming in, I'm going to go 10-1 here. Coming in.
Good.
Okay. Coming in 10-1 here. I've got Canton South. They've one of their losses to CVCA, like a 2-point game there. They got a good defense, good offense. They play Fairless this week, so that's a huge matchup. We'll see what happens there. So I got them at 10. Jackson is kind of the anomaly for me. They've been up and down. They've had good weeks. They've had rough weeks. We'll see what happens with them this week. So I've got them at 9. Coming in at 8 is McKinley. I know we've all taken a lot of flack over McKinley, but you and I had a chance to see them. They were 0-4. They went into Green and they just steamrolled them.
Same thing with Hoover last week.
And then followed it up with Hoover. So we know they are way better than what the record looks, and we know that they're going to be a force here coming up, throughout the rest of the season. So I've got them at 8. And then 6 and 7, I got Fairless at 7. The only reason I got them behind CVCA is that game last week. We talked about it. You talked about it this week on your rewind show with Jim. Controversial win, but that happens. It's football, right? So short loss there to them. So I've got them at Fairless at 7. I've got CVCA at 6, and then West Branch can't really keep them out. I mean, they're a 5-1 team. They're playing really good football. So I look for them to still do well. Maybe the only controversial one is my number 3, but number 4 I've got Alliance, who we get to see here tonight.
Really excited to see this Alliance club.
Yeah, they've got, I think I counted 6 of their players in our top 5 list for different rushing or receiving or passing, so they definitely got a lot of talent on that side of the ball. I've got them at 4. Perry, I've got barely holding on to their 3 spot. We'll see what happens this week. If they can win this week, I think they'll hang on. And then Lake at 2. Lake is playing McKinley this week, so we're going to find out what's real. You know, Lake 6-0. They've looked good. We've seen them twice. They look amazing for 2.5 quarters, and they have kind of a quarter and a half where they look a little bit softer. So I think if McKinley can take advantage of that, I think there might be an upset there tonight. Not an upset as far as we're concerned, but for everybody else maybe that's not following it as closely, it would be. And then you can't keep Mousin out of number 1. They invited St. Ed's in, a game I called that I thought Massillon would pull off, and they did.
Yep, all over it.
They got that W. So you can't keep Massillon out of that 1 hole, and I don't look for that to change anytime soon.
Yeah, so we'll go to my rankings now. At number 10, I've got Glen Oak, a really young team right now. Played Lake tough. Had a win earlier in the year over Shaker Heights. They're starting to come around. Big win last week over Green, so I've got them there, Coach Garcia's squad. At number 9, I've got Hoover. Hoover's 4-2, but I'm not convinced on the people they've beaten so far. They do have four wins, but they get their heads knocked in against McKinley and against Mansfield. At 8, I've got the Perry Panthers. Some nice wins for Perry, some impressive performances, but then there's times where they haven't looked sharp. At 7, I've got Jackson Polar Bears. a team that's, has some crazy games this year. They're on the roller coaster as well, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
6, I've got your alma mater, the Fearless Falcons. Tough loss, like you said last week, up at CVCA. I don't have CVCA in my rankings. I know you're doing the league thing. That's fine. I drew mine a little bit tighter around 5. I've got Drew DeShields in his West Branch Warriors. Listen to the stats on Drew DeShields right now. 25 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions.
Incredible.
Just really great performance. At 4, I've got these Alliance Aviators here, and I believe when it's all said and done, Brandon Zerbrug will end up being a better prospect out of all these good quarterbacks in the EBC right now. He will be the best college prospect out of all of them. At 3, I've got the Lake Blue Streaks at 6-0. I got a lot of flack this week for my number 2 squad putting McKinley over Lake, and that's just because I think they're going to beat them. I think they're hot right now. I think they're coming together. They played a really tough schedule. I think Coach Hall's got everything going over there. They simplified some things. We were able to talk to him this week on High School Football Rewind with Jim Ballard and myself, which you can catch on the Stark Media Team YouTube channel every Wednesday night. And then at number 1, by a far margin, I've got the Massillon Tigers.
Yep.
Their only loss is against probably the best team in the state of Ohio, Archbishop Moeller. They're really talented right now. And the thing that everyone's forgetting, Freddie Lennox is still not healthy for the Massillon Tigers. They're talking about Tolles, they're talking about Slaughter, you're talking about Banks, you're talking about Pringle, talking about all these guys, Wiltrow Hartson. Freddie Lennox is about as talented as all of them, and they're going to get him back eventually. So, Massillon Tigers, I've got at number 1. We're about 12 minutes away from kickoff here at Carrollton Warrior Stadium. If you're just joining us, like we said, we're nestled into the rolling hills down here in Carroll County. Absolutely beautiful place to watch a high school football game. The trees in the background. Jeff got a great picture of it. He'll be sharing it out later.
It's God's country down here.
Yes, absolutely. What they've done with the facilities here at Carrollton's unbelievable. Baseball, softball fields are unbelievable. You got a great weight room back behind the stadium here. Great press box for a school their size. Double-decker, big, wide press box. The home stands, it's kind of you walk in at the top and you walk down in kind of, along the hill. So just an absolutely great setting. Great community support as always. The Alliance Aviators coming in, very talented bunch. Coach Goodman, I believe in his second or third year now at Alliance, has really done great things with the program. They got a lot of talent, some Division I talent as well. We'll get that into for a second. Jeff is going to talk about Leathernecks Nation and what they got going on in their injury report.
Yeah, thankfully we don't have too much to report. The only thing we see is Caden Davis, who's got club on the left hand there. He's a running back. He's in our top 5 in the county in rushing. He's got 860 yards so far.
Youngstown State commit. Go Penguins.
So he's going to your alma mater there. He's a heck of a running back, and he's running with one hand. But it doesn't look like he's going to be out of the lineup. I think they're going to start him with that club on the hand.
Absolutely.
But other than that, everybody's pretty healthy, so no excuses there. Everybody's ready to rock and roll. That's the Leathernecks Nation injury report. And actually, they do a pretty cool thing. They're veterans, helping veterans is their main mission. The Meduse chapter supports local veteran charities in and around Stark County, like the 22 organization fighting veteran suicides, along with the Sam Center in Massillon. They cannot do this alone, so stop on out. October 15th is a pretty cool event. It's from 3 to 9. They have a Halloween party. It's located at the VFW on Mahoning Road in Canton. Check out all the details, including food, drinks, raffle tickets, and live music on their website, www.meduselnmc.com, or on their Facebook page, Leathernecks Nation MC Meduse Chapter. Donations are accepted anytime and at the door that day. A large portion of the proceeds go to helping these local charities. Raffle tickets are only $10, folks, so get out there, support them. They look forward to your support. Semper Fi. Also, we got C.H. Vallis and Associates. They're our main sponsor, and they are at 1302 South Main Street in North Canton. They do home, auto, life insurance, financial service needs at 330-494-2776. You're going to hear us talk about them all night long.
Yep, we'll move on to our game preview here. We're about 10 minutes to kick off here at Carrollton Warrior Stadium. Some of my keys to the game tonight for Alliance is just do what you've been doing. Get your playmakers the ball. Get Caden Davis the ball. Be aggressive on defense. You're playing a team that likes to run the ball a lot, so they may eliminate some of your athletes in the secondary.
Yep.
But continue to be aggressive against this team. If they can get Carrollton in second and long situations, it's going to be a lot tougher for a Carrollton team that's only thrown the ball 36 times all season. That's 6 pass attempts per game. So if I'm Alliance, I want to get Carrollton into second long situations and see if they can throw the ball, which is going to be a great advantage with all the athletes that Alliance has. And then it's offensively, like we said, do what you've been doing. Be yourself. You don't have to do anything special. You have more talent on that side of the field, I believe, than Carrollton does. And then if you're Carrollton, I think ball control is going to be huge. Yeah. Keep the Alliance offense off the field. Keep Brendan Serbrug, the stud quarterback, junior quarterback, 6'4", 180. Keep Caden Davis off the field. The Bagheera at receiver, Hawkins at receiver. They're just multiple ways that they can hurt you. So Carrollton has to feed Olstrom and get big chunks. And just like we talked about on the other side, they've got to be successful on first down.
Yeah.
So they can keep running the ball. Olstrom already over 1,000 yards on the season. Not a big guy, but this Carrollton team is very disciplined on offense. They execute well. They will take some play action shots, with the tight ends and do some crossers, those types of things, to try to catch Alliance when they be aggressive. And then the other thing for Carrollton is going to be huge is do not turn the ball over. You're going to have a tough enough time with this Alliance offense without giving them extra possessions. So those are the things that I look for tonight in the keys of the game.
Yeah, I'm really not too much different. I mean, it's no surprise Chase Olstrom is a stud. He's got over 1,000 yards already coming into this game for Carrollton. Defensively, I mean, they've got, like you said, they got several things to key on. I mean, Zerbrug has 1,200 yards passing. Caden Davis has 860 yards rushing. And then you've got Remir Hawkins, who has over 600 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns already. So plenty for them for Carrollton to look for on Alliance's offense. Defensively, for Alliance, I would say just do you. They send a lot of people. They've got Aiden Mazdan on defense there that's got 11 tackles for loss. They've also got Jackson Eddy out of the linebacker spot's got 9 tackles for loss, both on the left side of the line. So they're coming that way. So really, to me, the best way to attack that is maybe, if you can, do a screen over top.
Mm-hmm. We're going to pause here as Carrollton was having a moment of silence.
So we've got about 5:45 here till game time. I know that Carrollton doesn't like to throw the ball much, but throwing might be the way to go over top of those guys coming in. And we're going to pause here for a moment for the national anthem.
All right, we're about 4 minutes from kick now. Great crowd here at Carrollton on the home side. The Alliance folk are still, filing in. If you are joining us from Alliance, make sure you share it to your friends. Check us out. Give them the link for our YouTube stream part of the game. If you have any questions for us during the game, you can always hit us in the live chat. We'll keep an eye on that. And we'll do our best to update you on scores across Stark County. A lot of big games tonight. Canton South, Fairless, McKinley Lake, Jackson, Glen Oak, big game. Other games in the EBC. You've got Marlington and Salem, I believe, or maybe Marlington West Branch. I'll have to check that out here.
Lots of good matchups for sure. We've got not just us, folks. You're listening to us. We appreciate you being here. This is Alliance Aviators versus Carrollton Warriors. We've also got the iHeart 99.7 channel. You can listen to that on 99.7, and you can listen to that on the iHeart radio app. And that is Jackson at Glen Oak. We've got TJ Downing, who has a title ring with Ohio State, along with Jim Ballard, the NFL quarterback, and also Hall of Famer college, along with Mark Milano is doing that game.
Yeah, so elsewhere in the EBC tonight, we've got Salem at 5-2 going in to play Minerva. At 4-2 going to play Minerva, who is winless. And West Branch will take on Marlington. West Branch with the one loss. Marlington yet to have a win. So they're hoping to get on the board as well. Maybe, one of those teams next week, Marlington, Minerva, one of them will have a win.
Somebody's got to get it one thing. Let's say it up next time.
But, we're really excited about this matchup tonight. Absolutely beautiful here.
Gorgeous.
It is the golden hour in Carrollton, as Dave Portnoy would say. It's a great time to take a selfie with the sun just on the horizon. So, Carrollton just came on the field. We're waiting for the Aviators.
The other game we got out there, folks, is Rock 106.9. Again, you can see that listen to that on the iHeart radio app. That's Sammy Berkwin and Jeff Shreve. Of course, you all know Sam Berkwin. Jeff Shreve, if you ever been to the Cleveland Browns game, he's the voice you hear telling everybody Cleveland Browns first down, which we've been hearing a lot of that this year. So they're at the Lake and McKinley matchup. So 3 big games we're at tonight. We're at 3 games every week at a minimum. At times we have some other folks out there giving us score updates. We'll be giving you that all night long as we receive them.
Yeah, and, check us out. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube page. Make sure you like our videos. Other things we have coming during the week, like we said earlier, Jim Ballard and myself, every Wednesday night we've got High School Football Rewind. We recap all the action and preview some big games coming up. We've got Tiger Talk with Becca Moore and Nate Moore every Friday morning. It comes out, so you Massillon Tiger fans, check that out. And then, like we said, make sure we're putting out a ton of graphics with stat leaders from the county and those types of things, power rankings throughout the week. So follow us on social media to get all those. So the Carrollton Warriors won the toss, and they deferred. And Alliance will be out there for receive the kickoff.
We got about 20 seconds here to kick off. Thanks for joining us, folks. We've had a great 7 weeks now of perfect weather.
Yeah.
No complaints.
No rain.
No complaints, no rain. Hasn't been really cold yet. I was a little chilly last week sitting in them stands at the Fairless game, but other than that, not too bad.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go see, I was off last week. I took vacation time from Stark Media. I was at Tom Benson for the McKinley game, and it got a little cool. But the sun is setting here on Warrior Stadium, and we are about to kick off.
So we've got
Ramir Hawkins is dangerous back there, receiving for Alliance.
Got Lawson Irwin here about to kick for Carrollton. Here we go, folks. Leather on leather. And we're off. Here's a kick. It's a good one, pretty deep into the end zone. Going to be a touchback Going to be first down and 10 on a 20-yard line, Aviators.
Yeah, so Alliance Aviators will come out. We talked about on offense, led by junior Brendan Zerbrug at quarterback and the seed out of the Carrollton Warriors.
Zerbrug in shotgun, got a man in motion. Here's a snap, quick handoff. Davis running and got stuffed at the line, fighting for yardage, but got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, going to bring up second down and 10. That was Caden Davis on the carry.
Yeah, big push there for the defensive line out of Carrollton. Getting up in the backfield on first down. Caden Davis tried to run off tackle, wasn't there.
Little change up in scenario here. We got trips left, single right. Man offsides, and they got called for. Carrollton offsides.
Yep. I like this. I like putting Carrollton in a spread formation. You obviously have the speed advantage if you're Alliance, and opens up that box for Caden Davis to run a little bit. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5 here after the penalty.
Clock running here in the first quarter. In the shotgun with Davis off his left hip. Deuce is left, Deuce is right. Quick fake handoff. He pulled it back. He's running. He's got room to run. He's at the 20, 28, 30, 32-yard line. Looks like a first down for Alliance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not much doing there. I mean, Zerbrug really did that on himself. They're in a little 2-by-2 set. Faked the handoff. He pulled it, got the edge, and he pretty much did that by himself. So, I mean, if Alliance is going to put the points like they have been, the offensive line is going to have to play a little bit better than they have been the first couple.
On than a RPO, but trips right this time. Single left. Same backfield. Davis and Zerberg. Quick snap. He's rolling right, looking right. Nobody. He tucks it. He runs. He's got a blocker, and he's got 5 yards on that one. Going to bring up second down and 5 for the Aviators.
Yep. Good decision there.
Very smart, patient. Got out of the pocket. Rolling right. Didn't have anything. Decided to just tuck it and take his 5 and live another day. 10:50 and count. The clock stopped here at 10:50. Deuces right, single left, single back. 2nd and 5 play here coming. Davis off the left hip this time. Man in motion, triple option, gave it up the middle to Davis, and he got walloped after about a 3-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Alliance. 10:35 and counting. 3rd and 1 Alliance. They're doing exactly what they thought. They're spreading them out. They're mixing it up a little bit. They're putting guys in motion. First time I've seen Zerberg play. I can tell already he's got patience and he can see the field pretty well. Got trips right this time. Single left. Here's a quick direct snap. Quick run. First down. Room to run. He's outside of the 50, the 40, the 35, the 30, 25, 20. Down, clear down, jumped over a guy at the 8-yard line, all the way down to the 8. 1st and 10. That was Zerberg. He just took a direct snap, trying to get the first down, opened up a hole, and got all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, Zerbrug, we talk about his ability with his arm, but he can really run the ball. And when you have a back like Caden Davis, the defense has to pay attention to. It makes your quarterback that much more dangerous as a runner. He's got great speed, great balance. Now he's going to put him in 1st and goal here at the 7-yard line of Carrollton.
Davis off his left hip this time. Deuce is right. Quick handoff to Davis. He looks and he jukes. He jumps it outside, bounces it all the way in. Touchdown, Aviators. But Caden Davis for a 8-yard run, touchdown.
Yeah, he was patient, did a little jump cut in the backfield, then got vertical right into the end zone. He's a big, strong, explosive back, and Carrollton didn't have much of an answer there. So, Alliance on that drive really hurt Carrollton on the edges, running the ball. Used their speed to get the edge. Secondary didn't have much chance of tackling there. They go down and take the lead as Alliance runs someone on for the extra point team late.
Here comes the extra point. Here's a snap. Leather on leather. Blocked. No good. So they did a good job of penetrating there. Got up the middle. Got a block. It's 6-0 Aviators. Going to bring up a kickoff. Carrollton will bring on the offense here for the first time.
And we've got your first score update of the night, brought to you by the Quarry Golf and Event Center. And it is the Lake Blue Streak 7, McKinley nothing. Lake takes the opening kickoff, 85 yards for a touchdown.
That's something you talked with Coach Hall about this week, right?
Special
They've been
teams.
doing pretty good on special teams last couple of games, but
Maybe I put the Maloik on them.
They've been up and down prior to that. So
that's huge for Lake, and it's huge here. Big first drive for the Alliance Aviators. We'll see how Coach Jim Salimas's Warriors will answer. Coach Jim Salimas has been at Carrollton for several years now. Previously, been at Lisbon, 2 stints at Lisbon. 1995 state champion.
Wow.
Jim Salimas now in his 70s, I believe. He's in great shape. He's in better shape than myself.
We've got Nathan Baker back to receive for Carrollton along with Zach Perozio. Well, Carrollton is in all black with this awesome looking C on the side of the helmet. They've got kind of hashes on the side of their pants there.
Really clean uniform.
Real clean. Black, all black with white letters. Aviators got white tops, white helmets, all red bottoms. Here's the kickoff. It's a short one. Comes up, he fields it. He's at the 15, the 20, 25. He's got plenty of room to run. To the 40, 45, 50. 2 men to beat, and they made the tackle all the way down to Aviators' 42-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 Carrollton. And that was Zach Perozio. Caught it, just went in the seam and found space and got all the way over to the 42-yard line.
Huge play. Try to shift the momentum there a little bit for Carrollton. And they're going to start their first possession in Alliance territory. It'll be 1st and 10.
That's a good quick answer for Carrollton there.
44.
My spot was a little bit off of the officials there, so we are at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, we've got single right, single left. We got a fullback in front of Olstrom here. Man in motion. Here's a snap. Quick handoff to Olstrom. He's up the middle. He's got a little bit of room to run. He's got a blocker all the way up. He got 8 yards there.
Yeah, just a little, not even really an ISO play, kind of a zone with a lead zone there for Olstrom, but he gets 7 yards on 1st down. A little interesting there. He was close to the line of scrimmage, only at 5 yards.
Yeah.
Usually you see backs around 6 or 7. He was lined up at 5 there. Maybe they wanted to hit a little bit quicker.
Well, and the guy in motion even had to run around the fullback just to get to the other side of the field. So, interesting. Really tight-looking formation. Tight again, almost looking like goal line. Got 1 in the backfield. 2 guys tight right. Here's a quick handoff. He's got room to run again. He's got a 1st down, I believe.
So, Olstrom, 2 plays, 2 carries.
2 plays, 2 carries. It is a 1st down at the 33-yard line. 34-yard line.
Alliance will play a 4-man front with 3 pretty large individuals up front and then a kind of thick, athletic defensive end in Roseboro there at 6'2", 205. They'll have 2 linebackers and 5 defensive backs. And we got a fumble
snap, and I think they got it back. Quick fumble that everybody's pointing Alliance, but I think the quarterback got it back. I think Caden Smith fell on that. It is an Aviators ball. They went in there and got it back. I believe that was Aiden Mosden, the junior, who has 11 tackles for loss this year. He's a 5'9", 230-pound junior. Got in there, got on the rock, and now it's Aviator ball.
Yeah, they just botched the quarterback-center exchange there. You know, and usually those bounce right up to the quarterback. It looked like when he bent down, he kicked that there. Brock Smith trying to get the snap there from the center. So the Aviators will take over their own 35-yard line.
Not what they were looking for to do after that big return, but Aviator ball, trips left, single right. Got Davis on his right hip. He drops back, quick throw into the flats. Quick half
just a little
screen
slant.
Almost.
Just a little slant there.
Got 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7. I think that was Hawkins on a reception there. Ramir Hawkins, we talked about him in the pregame. He's got 4 touchdowns so far this season. Aviators come back to the line. It brings up 2nd down and 5 after that spot. It's Deuce's left, Deuce's right. We got Zerbrug in the backfield with Davis again. Quick fake handoff. He's running. Zerbrug's got room to run. He's got a 1st down and more. He's to the 50, 45, 40, 35, and he is faster than I thought. He's got 33 all the way down to the 33-yard line. 1st down, Aviators.
Yeah, and Brendan Zerbrug so far has really hurt these Warriors already with his legs. He's got to be close to 80 yards rushing already.
Yeah. And it looks like he's got a little bit of swag there. He was pointing 1st down. Make sure the Carrollton knew. Zerbrig's a big kid, too. 6'4", buck 80. You got deuces left. Single right on the first down play here. Here's a quick snap. Handoff up the middle. Got stuffed at the line, but still got a couple yards there. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Alliance.
Yeah, Caden Davis took it right into the teeth of the defense. Ben Zinda with a good tackle there, solid tackle on Caden Davis, which is not easy to do.
Yeah, Davis is low to the ground. He's 6'1", 220. 2nd down and 7. Deuces left, single right. Here's a snap. David up the middle again. Oh, he pulled it back, and he's throwing wide open in the flats. Caught. Made a man miss to the 10-5. Touchdown, Alliance. Wow, what a play. Number 1, Kayvon Davis, 6'3", 205-pound junior with the touchdown. 6 points.
Yeah, so Caden Davis's younger brother, Kayvon Davis, he ran the deep route. Zerbrug kind of flushed from the pocket there, just threw it at him. He was able to adjust his route, catch it, and then put up the little deuces going into the end zone to the defender. I don't think the official saw it.
Little Tyreek Hill action.
Or maybe, maybe they did call it back. They threw the flag, and now it'll be 1st and 15 at the 15, or 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Right, pulls it back, throws it right, got a man. He made him miss again. It looks like a touchdown now. Alliance. They called the last one back. This one's going to count.
And that's Carter Bagera. Dad is, his father played at Mountain Union. So Carter getting in the end zone now after the Kayvon Davis touchdown, which was called back for a taunting penalty. So Alliance is really showing firepower, even among the mistakes.
I've got 5 different guys on that offense that have touched it so far. Here's a kick, leather on leather, extra point is good. 13-0 Alliance.
I talked about in my keys of the game. One thing you can't do if you're Carrollton is turn the ball over.
Yep.
One possession, one turnover, turns into one Alliance touchdown. Really 2 Alliance touchdowns, but one of them got called back.
Right. Yeah, Carrollton's going to definitely have to do something on their offense or defensive line here because they're just kind of doing whatever they want at the moment. 6:34 in the first quarter. It's 13-0 Alliance over Carrollton. Thanks for joining us, folks. C.H. Vallis and Associates, they are located here locally. They're in North Canton at 1302 South Main Street. They specialize in home, auto, life insurance, financial needs. Give them a call at 330-494-2776. Kishman's Fresh Market. We haven't talked about them yet. They are located in 2 locations at Minerva and Malvern, both. And then Simon Says Promotions. They've got a ton of companies underneath that. Copeland's Paints, Brooklyn Rio Photography, Studio Vibes, Blitz Bows, Game Day Boutique, and the Tiger Store. They're located downtown in Massillon at 256 Erie Street South and also on 59 Lincoln Way East in Massillon. We're about back in action, folks, here. Looks like we're about ready for the kickoff again. Again, 13-0 Alliance. We want to kick off down to Carrollton, and they kick it out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Penalty on the carpet. Going to bring up 1st down for Carrollton for their 2nd possession. It's the first time they've had it this far back. Let's hope they can get things together on their end.
Another score update brought to you by the Quarry. It is now 14-0 Lake.
Oh, my.
They've jumped out. Will Butler, the big quarterback, they rode him all the way down the field. Then from a long drive, then Solberger rip off a long run, and Butler punches it in.
So we're back in action. 1st and 10, Carrollton. They're packed in tight again. They got single left. Got Perozio left. We got Olstrom in the backfield. Quick handoff to Olstrom. He's up the middle. He bounces it outside. He got spanked almost at the line of scrimmage and got 2 yards out of that, maybe 1. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they're trying to run that outside zone against Alliance, which you have to do if you want to hurt them up the middle. But they've just got so much speed on that defense. It's going to be tough to do.
2nd and 9 for Carrollton. They are just packing everybody in. They've only got 1 receiver here at a time.
And like we said, they've only thrown the ball 36 times this year.
Got 5:58 and counting in the first quarter. 13-0 Alliance over Carrollton. Second down and 9. Here's the snap. Quick hand off to the fullback. He's up the middle. He got 6 yards. Going to bring up third down and 2. Quick hitter there up the middle. That was the most effective running play they've had so far.
Yeah, Brock Smith, the thick fullback, right up the middle on the dive. And he's also playing in the defensive line as well.
Third and 2 on their own 44-yard line. So Carrollton packing it in again. They got fullback in there. They got Olstrom in the backfield. Man in motion, right to left. Here's a quick snap. Hand off to Olstrom again. He's got a lead blocker, and he got the first down.
Yeah, he really did that on his own. The fullback really didn't block anyone there. He ran into 2 defenders on a vice tackle about 2 yards downfield, but enough for the first down.
Yeah, the fullback kind of bailed on him there. He was running in front of him, went to the right. 4:55 and counting in the first quarter. Carrollton taking their time to get this play in.
Yeah, I think we see a lot of quick ball games down here in Carrollton, the way they run the football, Jeff.
Yeah. It's uncommon for us. We're used to seeing 3.5-hour games. So we got single left, single right, fullback in the game. Olstrom still in the backfield. Caden Smith with the snap here. We've got man in motion, quick fake handoff. He's rolling right, looking right. Nobody's going to tuck it and run, and he got nothing. He got clear back to the line of scrimmage, got pushed hard out of bounds. Clock is still running. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Alliance is playing with the safety up a little bit. He's playing at about 8 yards. They're really putting the corners out on an island. Carrollton tries to trick them there, but, I'm not sure Carrollton's done enough in the run game to threaten those defensive backs that they're thinking run instead of pass. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11.
4:23, clock stopped in the first quarter. Carrollton down 13-0. We got 2 receivers right this time, 2 backs. Quick jet sweep to number 28. He's right. He got, and it looks like a penalty. It looks like a horse collar.
Yeah, they put him in kind of a jet motion, and then on the snap, he went behind the running back. They faked the ISO, handed it off on the end around. Lions player was all over it, kind of wrapped him up around the shoulders. The referee is going to say that it was a horse collar.
Looked like he had him by the pads. I don't know.
Yeah,
tough call.
So that'll be a personal foul, 15 yards. So they're actually going to call a face mask and not the horse collar.
Okay.
I think I would have bought horse collar over face mask. But regardless, it will be
2nd and 1.
Yeah, 2nd down for.
It was Nate Baker on the run that time, and not the Nate Baker from that we're used to from Lake,
who's probably in a good mood right now with his blue streaks up 14-0.
All right, here we come on our 2nd down play. Single right, quick handoff again up the middle. He bounced it outside, and he's got no room to run back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got 1 yard. They're going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, a little outside zone play there again. The idea there is if everyone hooks their guy, and you've got eventually there's going to be a spot there that he can put a foot in the ground and get up the field. So when you're coaching running backs in outside zone, it's 4 steps and put your foot in the ground and get vertical. And if you can do it before that 4th step, that's great. But you got to make your decision on which hole you're going to hit before then. So that'll be 3rd and 2 now. For this big drive for the Carrollton Warriors.
We got 3 running backs in this time. Quick
hand
off to Olstrom. He's got plenty of room to run, and he's gone. He's to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Carrollton, he had to leave breadcrumbs for his teammate to find him. He hit that hole hard and was gone.
And that's exact same play that they ran before. This time they did it out of the stack eye. They had 2 fullbacks in front of him. They go out. The linebacker over pursues. He did exactly what we talked about. He hit that 4th step, put his foot in the ground, got vertical, 40 yards for the touchdown for a desperately needed score out of the Carrollton Warriors.
They just opened up a big hole there in the middle. I like that formation and that look. It's 13-6. We await the extra point here. Leather on leather. Here's the kick, and it looks good. 13-7. Alliance leads after we got 3 and 13 here left to play. So Great game so far. That's a great answer by Carrollton. That's something they really had to do with what they were showing us here a moment ago.
Yeah, huge answer. Alliance goes down, scores on the opening drive. Really just did anything they wanted. Carrollton gets the ball back, a couple nice runs, then fumbles the snap. Alliance goes down and scores again. But huge answer for them to come back, stick to what they do well, is run the football. Olstrom finds the hole, takes it vertical for 40-plus yard touchdown, and now we've got ourselves a ball game. So the Carrollton Warriors are set to kick off to Hawkins.
Olstrom's got some wheels. First time we see him in an open field. Instead of pounding it up the middle, he just took off.
You don't become the Carrollton all-time leading rusher if you don't got some wheels, right?
Right.
And, I wish everyone could see the sunset right now here at the stadium.
I just got a good panoramic of it. We'll be posting that soon. 3:13 left to play in the first quarter. Leather on leather. Here's the kick, and it's a decent one. It's down to the 4-yard line.
It's going to be returnable.
And they are returning it. He's got room to run. He's got blockers. He's on the right side running the 20-25 out of bounds at the 27-yard line for Alliance. Going to bring up 1st and 10 for Alliance Aviators offense.
Yeah, first two drives, it wasn't so much the legs of Caden Davis, but the legs of Brandon Zerbrug. Really chewing up yards on the ground. He's got to be close to 100 yards rushing already. He's been efficient in the passing game as well. So we'll see if Carrollton, after that big score, can get a big stop.
.306 in the first. We got Deuces left, 2 in the backfield, single right, quick handoff up the middle again. And he's out, he's running, he's to the 40, the 50, the 40, pushed out of bounds at Carrollton's 45-yard line. That was no surprise. Caden Davis running with one hand. Hard to cover that ball in the open field with the other hand, but whenever you don't have anybody around you, I guess it don't matter.
Yeah.
Great run there. Clock stopped at 2:59 in the first, 13-7. Alliance, they are marching right away after their first play. Same, we got Deuces left, Deuces right. Davis in the backfield. We got man in motion behind the quarterback. Handoff to Davis. He got spanked. He tried to spin out of it. Didn't work. Loss of 3.
Yeah, right.
Second and 13.
Right now, there isn't much room in the teeth of that, in the middle of that Carrollton defense. Alliance has had all their success running outside. So we'll see if they can come back to that. They're obviously keying on Caden Davis here. So they'll come back out in that same spread formation, 2-by-2.
2-by-2. Hard count. Try to get them to jump. They did not jump. 2:26 and counting in the first quarter. Deuces left, Deuces right, single back. Quick drop back, got a clean pocket. Look and thrown over the middle, overthrown, incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, Carrollton's daring them to run right now. They had 5 men in the box. They played a true two-man deep, man under defense. Okay, so they're playing man-to-man across the board on the 4 receivers with 2 high safeties. 5 men in the box saying, I dare you to run the ball on us.
2:15 here in the first quarter. Trips left this time, single right, running back, drops back. Similar looking play. He's got all kinds of pressure. He stepped up and he got sacked. He got a gain of maybe 1.
And Zerbrug's getting up slow.
He got pulled down, kind of funny looking. Going to be 4th down and 11 for Alliance. And it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. Not even questioning if they're going to punt or not.
I believe Zerbrug also kicks their extra point, so it's possible it's not something they like, they might
drop back and punt,
pooch it. But hey, with them playing this man-2 defense, it's going to be tough to complete some passes.
2-by-2, got Davis in the backfield still, and it looks like they are going to do a pooch punt. Got it away, lands down at the 11-yard line, rolling all the way down to the half-yard line. Alliance, what a punt by Zerbrug. Going to bring up 1st down on the half-yard line for Carrollton in their own dead zone. 1:26 to play in the first quarter, down 13-7. We've got the whole length of the field to go. Folks, I just took a picture of this sunset. It's gorgeous. We will be posting that soon.
Yeah, go to the Stark Media team Twitter. Jeff's going to tweet it out on his account, and then we'll retweet him so you can check the beautiful picture out here. So Carrollton's going to take over inside their own 1-yard line. If I'm Alliance, I'd like to get some pressure. And if you're Carrollton here, great time for the hard count. If you false start, so you're only going to lose a half yard. If Alliance goes off sides, they
And then did a QB sneak up the middle, got
be
three.
-5. But, yeah, nice QB sneak, nice push there to give Carrollton some breathing room.
Gets the clock running now again at 1:15 left in the first quarter. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4, looks like. They got some good yardage there. 102 and counting. Gorgeous evening, great turnout. We got a full house on our side here with Carrollton. Quick snap, running left, got a little bit of room to run. Still fighting for yardage. Almost got a first down. I think he's a little bit short. It looks like it's going to bring up third. No, it is a first down. 1st and 10, Carrollton. That's exactly what they needed to do, being tucked down in that deep.
Yeah, Olstrom, not an overly large individual, but he runs hard. He's coming in at 5'9", 175. You would think, it's tough to keep a kid like that healthy with the amount of times they're running him.
Right.
But he's healthy right now. He's having a great season and a great game so far.
We got that 2 fullback look again.
Stack eye, double tight.
Oh, quick hand off the fullback. He juked him, almost made him miss. Got 3 yards, maybe 4 out of that one.
Yeah, so in the stack eye there, they're gonna have, when we say that, they're gonna have 2 tight ends. They're gonna have an up back right behind the center. Then they're gonna have the fullback and the tailback. So for the visual for you at home, that's what it looks like.
So that brings up the end of the first quarter. It is 13-7. Carrollton winning so far. McNeil & Sons Tree Service. No job too big, no job too small. Give them a call at 330-606-1126. Also, the Quarry Golf Club, one of the best golf courses in Ohio, top-notch event center, delicious granite grill. I've ate there many times. Give them a call, 330-488-3178. And then Leathernecks Nation, they are sponsoring our injury reports all night. Hopefully we just say their name and we don't have any of those. But Leathernecks Nation, they do a party every year. I'm going to talk about that on October 15th from 3 to 9. It's a Halloween party. Helps out veterans. Go check them out. St. Joseph's Senior Living.
Yeah, St. Joe's Senior Living located in Louisville on Reno Drive. It's always a difficult situation, when our loved ones get older. But St. Joe's been there for years. They have a beautiful facility there. That and the Alsatian they also have. So give them a call for any senior care that you have. Then Ben Wallenberg's Chocolates and Roasted Nuts on 2520 Harrison Avenue, Northwest in Canton. They've got great roasted nuts, great chocolates, really nice things here as we start the second quarter. Carrollton back in the stack eye. Quarterback follow, off tackle. It's going to get about 8 yards and pick up the first down. So Carrollton on second down there stays in that double tight stack eye formation. Their quarterback fakes the handoff to the fullback, gets right behind him. That's Caden Smith, and picks up 8 for the first down.
Start of the second quarter, 13-7. Alliance still. Brings up 1st and 10. Folks, I just tweeted out those pictures of the skyline. Check it out. Same stack fullback formation. Quick handoff up the middle. He's got 2 blockers, and he got 3-4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6. And that was Olstrom again with those 2 up backs in front of him. Clock is running at 11:13. So Carrollton, if they can keep this rock, if they can march up the field, they can deal. Looks like Alliance has had their way with them on offense so far. They are staying in the same formation with the 2 up backs. Here's a quick handoff. Running left, he's got room to run all the way to the 30, and I think it's a first down at the 38-yard line for Olstrom again.
We've got another score update for you, Jeff, and you're going to be happy about this one. Towards the end of the first quarter, it is your Fairless Falcons 10, Canton South nothing.
I had mentioned they are a little angry after last week, so we'll see if they can hold on to that. 10:35 left and counting here in the second quarter down at the beautiful Warrior Stadium. I'm always impressed with how many great football stadiums there are around us. Same stack formation, 2 fullbacks, quick handoff to the up back, and they're just running right up the gut, just going power up the middle. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3. Olstrom. You know you're good at something whenever there's no secret what you're doing and you can still do it. Impressive. 9:52 to count and counting here. Second quarter. Same formation, quick fake toss, quarterback keeper. He's running left. He got drilled
right at the marker.
Right at the marker. I don't think it's a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a half yard. That was Caden Smith on the keeper. I don't know if that was a botched handoff or if he just decided to keep it and run. Now they give them the first down after looking at it. So 1st and 10, Carrollton. On their own 48-yard line. 9:28 and counting, 13-7 Alliance. Same formation. Caden Smith to the line, under center. Here's a quick handoff up to the middle of Olstrom. He's running. And he got stuffed. He got maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, Carrollton really packing it in now in this stack eye formation. Like we said, 2 tight ends. Up back, right behind the quarterback's butt. Fullback about 2 yards behind him. And the tailback is about 6 yards deep.
Looks like we got a timeout here, folks. Not sure who took it, and it's timeout Alliance. With 9:06 and counting, or 9:06 to play here, 13-7 Alliance. They're going to bring them over and talk about it. Thanks for joining us, folks, here in the Stark Media Game of the Week on our YouTube channel. You can also check out 99.7 Jackson and Glen Oak and 106.9 Lake at McKinley. I want to thank Simon Says. They are a great sponsor of ours, been with us from the beginning. Underneath them is Copeland Paints, Brooklyn Rio Photography, Studio Vibes, Brits Bows, Game Day Boutique, and Tiger Store. If you go down there anytime, they are jamming, especially on game day, rocking and rolling, selling all kinds of, they don't just do Maslin stuff, they do everybody's stuff down there. So check them out. Here comes Alliance again. Carrollton's ball. 2nd down and 5. Here's a quick handoff to Olstrom. He's running up the middle. He's got a blocker. He got hit, but he got another yard. And, looks like getting a little bit chippy. No penalty. He got a yard on that. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Another score update brought to you by the Quarry. It is Green 10, Louisville 7, starting the second quarter. So the officials kind of just, dealing it with it in-house. No penalties there.
8:34 and counting, 13-7 Alliance. Carrollton's ball on Alliance's 45-yard line, 3rd and 3. Same stack formation, 2 tights. Quick handoff up to the up back, and he almost got a first down. I think he did get it, and he's still fighting. He's behind the line when he got tackled, but I think forward progress may get him the first down here. And ball down. Looks like a first down with the ball, but it's going to be 4th and inches.
I expect them to go back to that stack eye and just run the sneak here.
7:52 and counting in the first half. Same I formation. Here's a quick snap and a false start. Carrollton moved.
Yeah, I think they were going to try to draw, and then the quarterback started leaning as well.
Yep.
Like he was going to run that
so
sneak.
It's going to bring up 4th and 5.5 on their own 48-yard line. Let's see if this changes things for them, if they're still going to go for it. Got a decision to make, it looks like. Looks like Carrollton's going to talk about this one. They're calling timeout. They're first of the half. Bring everybody to the sideline, figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, not typically a passing team. What I think I would do here if I'm Carrollton is I run people vertical, maybe sneak a back out in the flats late, something like that, or maybe a wheel route clear out with the post, try to hit the wheel along the sideline. But, I'm not sure how expansive their passing playbook is.
Right. Judging by what we've seen on paper so far, it doesn't look like you do it much. Be a good way to catch them off guard. By the end of the night, folks, we're going to announce a finally HereOhio.com player of the game. Chris McCready's and his team are located at 1201 30th Street Northwest in Canton. Contact them at 330-492-1212. We are back in action here. Both teams on the field with 7:31 to play in the first half, 13-7 Alliance. It's 4th down and 5. Stack I formation, quick fake handoff, roll right. He's got a guy wide open. He underthrew it. Is picked off. Down to the 50, the 45. Tackled down at the 41-yard line. He had a man wide open, drastically underthrew him, and that was Devion Jones, a senior, just stepped up in the lane and picked it, went through the drive-through and found his order.
Yeah, quarterback there, Caden Smith, had a receiver open. I think he threw it a little late, let the DB recover, and he definitely underthrew it. So second turnover for the night for the Carrollton Warriors, and it's a big one, just like the first one was. Let's see what Alliance will do now.
Huge mistake. He had a man wide open. He just needed to float that over the top, and it might have been 6. Instead, change of events. It's Aviators' ball on Carrollton's 42-yard line. 6:51 in playing. Deuces left, single right, man in motion. Quick handoff off the middle to Zerberg. He's got a little bit of room. Spin moves. He's got 6 guys tackling him and got clear to almost the marker. So it's a 9-yard gain, going to be 2nd down and 1. He got hit he was 4 yards in and got hit and fought all the way down for another 5.
Yeah, Zerberg just handed off to Caden Davis there, and he just took a bunch of Warriors on his back, spin moving, trying to get free. But it looked like, a bunch of young 7-year-olds trying to tackle a hog out there.
So brings up 2nd down and 1. Deuces left, deuces right. Quick snap, quarterback keeper up the middle. Got the 1st down. That was Zerberg on a keeper. He was keeping it the whole time. No other option. Ran up the middle. No signal for the 1st down. It looked like he got it, but it's going to be 3rd down and 1. 6:30 in counting in the first half.
Yeah, Alliance has had a lot of success running outside of the tackle. Not much success between the tackles, so I'd like to see them maybe go back outside there. Get the ball on the edge. Make this Carrollton defense run side to side. So a wishbone backfield here. Hand off to the up back. And that'll be a 1st down for Alliance.
A little different formation there. We brought everybody in tight. 6:09 and counting. 13-7 Alliance in the first half, second quarter. Got to figure Alliance is going to take their time here, maybe run this clock down, put some points on the board, and go in at halftime. We got trips right this time, single left. Davis in the backfield, quick handoff, pull back, thrown to the right, quick out, got a bubble screen, made a guy miss and got 5 yards. Pulled him back, tackled him, but I think he got 5 yards before point of contact. They're going to be 2nd down and 4 or 5.
Yeah, that was Ramir Hawkins on the quick bubble right now screen. Got another score update for you, and this is a surprise one. It is Milton, Delaware 12, Massillon 0. So
wow.
Milton, Delaware comes in, 2 losses, and they've got some talent up there, some Division I talent. They're coming in and giving it to the Tigers right now. Zerberg rolls out to the left, throws it late to Hawkins, and he is smacked on the line of scrimmage.
Made a complete pass. He got drilled as he caught it. Good job hanging onto the ball. That was Ramir Hawkins on the catch. Got smothered by Carrollton's defense. No gain there. Going to be 3rd down and 2. 4:52 and counting in the half. Alliance up 13-7. They are on Carrollton's 22-yard line. 3rd down and 2 on the 22. Almost into the red zone here. Deuces left, single right, 2 in the backfield. Quick handoff to Davis. And not sure if he got the 1st down or not. We've got maybe a yard. I think that he's short. Going to bring up 4th down and 1 on the 21-yard line.
Another score update brought to you by the Quarry. It is Jackson 28, Glen Oak 0.
Wow.
So Jackson, we talked about them earlier, on that roller coaster. They're on a peak right now.
Yeah. They had a little bit of personnel things last week. They had 8 of their starters not play. They pulled that win out. Coach knew he was going to maybe struggle with that running game
So
in
here's
Jackson.
that inverted bone again.
Quick handoff, got smacked, and I think they got him stopped on the fourth down play. Carrollton's ball on a turnover on downs.
You know, I really don't like the play call there by Alliance. You're playing Carrollton's game if you play in between the tackles. They've had success all game out on the edge, throwing the ball down the field, moving Zerbug, running Zerbug outside. Now you start playing the ball inside the tackles, and Carrollton wants to play in the phone booth because they've now neutralized your speed.
Right.
So, you know, tough for Alliance there. I know they got Caden Davis, but right now Carrollton's been beating them up front. So Carrollton's going to take over in their own territory on the 22-yard line. They're going to stay in that stack eye formation.
1st and 10. Here's a snap. Up the middle. Quarterback falls down, but he hands it off. Got 4 yards, maybe 3 yards there. Olstrom up the middle.
Yeah, great patience by Olstrom. He's a real shifty guy. So if he sees a gap, he puts a foot in the ground and gets into that hole.
And we've actually got a quarterback change, Drew. They've taken Caden Smith out and put Zach Perozio in there at quarterback. Not sure if he would be more of a throwing threat or not. We're going to find out. 2nd down and 5. Here's a quick handoff.
Falls down.
And can't really tell. It looks like a rugby match here. No gain there.
You know, that's the second time the quarterback's fallen down doing that. So when you're in that stack eye and you have the quarterback reversing out, it's really tough to reverse out and hand the ball off to a back that's sitting at 5 yards. I mean, so think about that if you're at home. You're under center. You got your feet lateral. You're opening up to your right, getting all the way around, and the quarterback's coming over your left shoulder, your opposite side. So you've got to open up, turn around real quick. He's only 5 yards behind you, coming down fast down the line of scrimmage. So it's a really tough maneuver for the quarterback. He's got to open almost his first step. He can't step back. He's got to open all the way up with that right foot and start charging backwards. So, you know, I think that slowed the play down there. So we'll see if they scoot the tailback there because he's getting to the line of scrimmage too fast.
Yeah. Just to set the stage again, and we got 3:06 left in the second quarter. Carrollton has the ball on their own 26-yard line. It is 3rd and 5 for them, 3rd and 6 actually. Down 13-7, same stack formation, same quarterback in. Here's a quick snap. He's rolling right. He keeps it, and he's got 2-3 yards, and he's made a couple guys miss. Short of the first down, are going to be 4th down and 2 on their own 30.
And that's Perlozio. How do you say that name?
Perorazio. I had it before you. Perorazio. Zach Perorazio.
Sounds like he's from Youngstown.
There's a vowel in there. Maybe connected.
So it's going to be 4th and 2 for Carrollton after the big 4th down stop. They're going to hope to flip the field here on Alliance, who really stalled on that last drive. You know, they started to run the ball up the middle, playing into Carrollton's hands. So we'll see what Carrollton can do now. They're in a tight punt formation.
We got Tyon Davis in the back to receive, and it looks like delay a game on Carrollton.
That's not going to do great for flipping the field position. Unless you get an absolute boomer off here, Alliance is going to be taken over right about midfield.
Back to receive for Carrollton is Carter Bulls. Sounds like a couple of automobiles there, Bugari. So it's 4th and 8 now, punting from their own 25-yard line. Here's a snap, leather on leather. Here's a punt. It's a decent one. It's received at the 38-yard line. He's running left. He made a guy miss out of the immediately. Spin move, got crushed after that. Spin move again. That's the longest 2-yard run I've ever seen. It's the 41-yard line for Alliance. Going to be 1st and 10 with 2:04 in the half.
Yeah, and that's Tyon Miles on the return there, real shifty. So Alliance will take over at their own 42-yard line. We said it before, they really went into the teeth of the Carrollton defense last drive for some reason. Not much success. Let's see if they try to get the ball back on the edge, spread Carrollton out here. They're going to come out in a 2-by-2 formation. Zerbug back in the gun.
2-by-2. Here's a snap. He drops back. He's looking to throw. He's got a man open in the flats. Completed. He's got 7. Sorry. Out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:59 left in the half. .159 remaining, 13-7 Alliance. It's their ball on the 50-yard line. 2nd and 2. And Carrollton jumped offsides on the hard cadence of Zerbrug.
I'll tell you what, Carrollton on the outside is 12 yards off of your outside receiver. Zerbrug has the arm. Just throw it out there right now.
Yeah.
Throw it out there right now, and I'd like to see if they can cave on Davis in the open field. They couldn't last time.
Going to bring up 1st and 10 on Carrollton's 45-yard line.
Now he scoots up a little. He's about 5 yards off of him.
Deuces right, deuces left. Quick snap, dropping back, looking to throw. Clean pocket, steps up, throwing over top. 50-50 ball.
Absolutely
Caught it.
dime.
Looks like touchdown Alliance.
Absolute dime. On the corner route, kind of a little under smash route there. Outside guy on the hitch.
Ramir Hawkins
on the corner route. And Zerbrug put it on the money.
Absolute dime. Clean pocket. Dropped it in the basket.
So that's about a 45-yard touchdown pass there from Zerbrug. And it is now 19-7. Extra point pending.
1:50 to play in the half. Carrollton has 1 timeout remaining. Here's a snap. Leather on leather. And it's good. 20-7 Alliance with 1:50 left to play in the first half. Back and forth battle here. Carrollton's going to need to do something to step up here before the end of the half.
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers has really killed Carrollton so far. You know, they've moved the ball. They just have 2 turnovers. So that can't happen. We talked about it before the game. You know, this Alliance team is too good on offense to give them extra possessions. That's exactly what Carrollton's done.
1:50 to play. While we wait, I'm going to talk about some of our good sponsors again. We've got plenty of them. By the end of the night, we're going to talk about our Finally Here Ohio player of the game. I want to thank Leathernecks Nation. They sponsor our injury report. The Spirit of Stark. They didn't get into the red zone there for us to talk about it because they had a 45-yard strike. But Spirit of Stark in their new home at 409 Erie Street North in Massillon. They can do anything big or small, and they have the state-of-the-art equipment that they can do custom embroidery. Give them a call at 330-806-6745. Update on the Fairless game. It is now 17-14 Fairless. Here's the kick. It's a good one. Cleared out of the 4-yard line. Received. He's running. He's got some blockers. He tries to kick it back to the middle. Got tackled at the 21-yard line. So Carrollton's going to bring their offense on with 1:44 to play and 1 timeout left in the half.
Yeah, you know, kind of a rule of thumb that I have with my kick returners I used to have is your first 5 steps to side south, not what Carrollton did there. And it wasn't pretty. Big hit cutting across the grain. So Carrollton will take over after their turnover and the Alliance touchdown at their own 21-yard line.
1:44 to play. They got a couple receivers this time. 2 receivers left, 2 in the backfield. Here's a quick snap, run up the middle, tackled. He got a 3-yard gain. Going to be 2nd down and 6 or 7 with 1:35 and counting. This is where it gets difficult for Carrollton, who's a run team and only has a minute and a half to score, and they got to go 70 yards, 75 yards. Carrollton in their all-black uniforms, white letters, single receiver right, 2 running backs this time. Caden Smith takes a snap. He hands off, running left. He's got a room to run. He made a couple guys miss and tackled from behind at the 40-yard line. First down, Carrollton. That was Holstrom.
Waiting for the chains. They better hustle or call a timeout, one of the 2.
Ball's not down yet. 1:02. Clock stopped till they get it set. The clock is running now. No timeout, Carrollton.
I like that same look they had and maybe set the tight end up the seam. Now they're going to come out in a spread formation, 3-by-1.
Caden Smith's back in. He's in shotgun this time. He's got Olstrom on his right hip. He drops back. He throws right. He jumped that route.
I'll tell you what, if he catches that ball, that was number 11, Williamson.
Xerion Williamson.
It was in his hands, and it was a pick six. Maybe why Carrollton has only thrown the ball 36 times coming into
Kind of makes sense now. 44 seconds left in the half. It's second down and 10. Carrollton on their own 39-yard line. They got Deuces left, Deuces right. Olstrom on the right hip of Smith. Incomplete pass. Third and 10 with 41 seconds left for Carrollton. They're on their own 38-yard line.
You know, I think here on third down, you know, act on the outside like you're running the fade, throw the comeback right at the sticks. Try to pick up the first down and go hurry up from there.
Single right, two in the backfield, under center this time. Caden Smith drops back. He hands off to Olstrom, and he's fighting for yardage. Didn't get much, got back, got about 2 yards on that. Clock's going to be running without a timeout.
And, you know, that's really just the reality of the Carrollton offense right now.
Yeah.
Is they don't like to throw the ball. So like you said, this is a difficult position for them to be in.
Alliance takes a timeout on 4th and 8. It's Carrollton's ball on their own 42-yard line. So Alliance takes timeout, hoping maybe to punch one in here. Alliance does have a timeout. And like you said, the difference in offense is, you know, Alliance may be able to strike real quick with the way they throw the rock, and they can get deep quick on you. So I'm going to also thank Simon Says Promotions, McNeil & Sons Tree Service, Spirit of Stark, Leathernecks Nation, and by the end of the night, we're going to have our final Here Ohio Player of the Game, where we will attempt to get on the field, get a picture of that player, and post it all over our social media. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. Leather on leather. It is deep.
Nice punt.
Really good punt. Clear down to the 20-yard line. Received. He's running. He made a guy miss. He's got two more guys to beat immediately. And
Great
tackled.
tackle. Nice special
Great
team.
open field tackle for Carrollton. We got a man down for Carrollton. Gosh, I don't know. I didn't even see contact there. It might have been one of those open field things.
Not a good-looking injury there.
No. Number 34.
Levi Kreider, the sophomore, down for Carrollton. So we'll take a Leathernecks Nation injury timeout, and we will talk about one of our sponsors here.
Spirit of Stark. They are in their new home at 409 Erie Street North in Massillon. They can fulfill any big or small order with their state-of-the-art equipment, and they also can do custom embroidery. Give them a call, 330-806-6745. And then Leathernecks Nation, this is their injury timeout, where helping veterans is their main mission. The Meduse chapter supports local veterans charities in and around Stark County, like the 22 organization fighting veteran suicides, along with the SAM Center in Massillon. They cannot do it alone. So stop out on October 15th from 3 to 9 p.m. and support their annual Halloween party. They're located at the VFW on Mahoning Road in Canton. Check out all their details. Best way would be on their Facebook page, Leathernecks Nation MC Meduse chapter. Donations are accepted anytime at the door. A large portion of these proceeds go to helping these local charities. Raffle tickets are only $10. They look forward to your support. Semper Fi. And this young man is still down. We got trainers over there. Quiet stadium. Both teams on one knee.
Yeah, you know, halftime is rapidly approaching, and so far, you know, there's been some outstanding performances in this game. And at the end of the game, we will announce our Finally Here Ohio Player of the Game. You can check out Finally Here Ohio at finallyhereohio.com.
So he is up. He is being helped off the field. He is limping pretty good. So
another score update for you. Lake was up 14-0, but now 23 straight points for the McKinley Bulldogs.
wow.
and they have taken the lead 23-14.
Sounds
Nino
like
Hill.
Nino's going off.
Yeah, Nino Hill, who I've been talking about for the past
Stud.
couple of weeks, is a special sophomore.
Sophomore, right?
For the Canton McKinley
Yeah, he's going to be a
Bulldogs.
problem for the Federal League for a couple years. So we're back in action here. We got Deuces right, Alliance ball, Deuces right, Deuces left, single back, 23 seconds left to score. He drops back, he throws to the flats, had him open, and he hit him in the hands, and he dropped it.
I'll tell you what, that is a long
Yeah, it is.
throw.
30 yards?
Sherbrooke.
40 yards?
Well, you know, it's really across the field, so you got to put velocity on it so no one can jump in front of that. He threw that thing on a rope from the middle of the field to the opposite sideline.
To Tyon Mills. Tyon Mills not happy. Look for his name later. We've seen this a lot of times where a kid drops a ball and he comes back, makes a great play. 19 seconds. Alliance is just going to take a knee and run the half out. And it's going to be at the end of 2 quarters here in Carrollton. Alliance Aviators 20, Carrollton Warriors 7. Great first half, Drew.
Yep, and we will take a quick break. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We're going to take a break for about 5-10 minutes. We'll be back with some local scores brought to you by the Quarry. We'll talk about our Leathernecks Nation injury report, and we will recap the first half. You're listening to Jeff Tyler and Drew Sarachman on the Stark Media Team YouTube Game of the Week. All right, we are about 8.5 minutes away from starting the second half here at Carrollton Warrior Stadium. The Carrollton Warrior Marching Band is out on the field entertaining the crowd. It has cooled down here. Absolutely beautiful scene down here in Carrollton. It is 19-7 at halftime Alliance. We will get into a recap in a minute, but Jeff, Tyler, and I are down here, just the two of us. Two-man crew tonight. My wife's at home.
Two of us.
Yeah, my wife's at home. I appreciate her sending me updates of everything. She tags along to keep us straight, but it's a two-man show tonight. So Jeff's going to give us a rundown on the Quarry Golf and Event Center scoreboard here. Some scores from around Stark County.
So all our scores are at halftime here, folks. Northwest and CVCA are knotted up at 0. Surprising no score there in the first half. Fairless 24 over Canton South 17. Canton South kicked a field goal at the very end of the first half there. McKinley 23 over Lake 14. No surprise on your end
like
there,
we
Drew.
said, Lake went out 14-0, then 23 unanswered by McKinley.
Jackson just kicked a 32-yard field goal, I believe, at the end of the first half.
And
they go up 31-rip over Glen Oak.
They're not just kicking field goals. They're kicking Glen Oak's ass right now.
Right. Green only 13 over Louisville 7. So tighter than maybe we thought there. A 13-7 there. Hoover 14, Perry 7. A little bit of surprise for me. I've got Perry in my top 3. So
yeah, Perry's been struggling to score the last couple weeks, it seems like, early on in games.
Mentor 7. And
Mentor Lake Catholic.
Mentor Lake Catholic 7. Canton Central Catholic 0. West Branch 22 over Marlington 13. Salem putting it over on Minerva 41-0. Don't really want to revisit your rewind this week on Minerva, but they're getting it handed to them right now. 41-rip. Ridgewood 8. Sandy Valley 3 at half. Triway 15. Manchester 0. Manchester's also had some issues scoring of late. Orville 14, Tuslaw 7. Hoban 7. St. Francis 7 at half. And after being behind early in the first half, Massillon has come back and they're winning 21-12 over Middletown. So a lot of tight scores out there. Some surprises, some are not. We'll see how the second half shakes out for everybody. A lot of shake-up. The biggest surprise to me is that Northwest CVCA no score at first half. So lots of defense being played over there apparently. It is 20-7 here in Carrollton at the Warrior Stadium. Aviators went down and pretty much was handling business. They took a quick snap on a quick fumble. Also had a nice pickoff. So when you think of it that way, whenever they've got Warriors have 2 turnovers in their own territory, to only be down 2 scores at this point, I think is a good thing. So we'll see what the Carrollton can do here coming out in the second half. We got 4:50 left for this halftime show. A couple good bands we're enjoying here. Try to go down and get some food, Drew, but they've got a line out the door here. They've got a really good food selection down there that they got some good home cooking. 4:31 here in the half. I'm going to thank some sponsors. Our title sponsor is C.H. Valos and Associates. They're at 1302 South Main Street, North Canton. They specialize in home, auto, life insurance, and financial service needs. Give them a call, 330-494-2776. Also, our starting lineup was actually sponsored by Red Door Apparel and Clothier. Kishman's Fresh Market. Support local, folks. These are 2 real good markets, both in Minerva and Malvern. They got 2 locations, so check them out. Simon Says Promotions. They've got a litany of companies underneath that umbrella. Copeland Paints, Brooklyn Rio Photography, Studio Vibes, Brits Bows, Game Day Boutique, and the Tiger Store. They are located in the old Checkered Flag building. 256 Erie Street South, and also 59 Lincoln Way East in Masson. They got 2 locations. If you have anything that needs cleaned up in your yard, or even some trees cut down, McNeil & Sons Tree Service, they're located in Portage Lakes. Give them a call at 330-606-1126. Our Red Zone Alert is sponsored by Spirit of Stark. They are in their new home, 409 Erie Street North in Massillon. They can fulfill any order, big or small, with their state-of-the-art equipment, and they also do custom embroidery. Their phone number, 330-806-6745. And then the Leathernecks Nation MC Injury Report. They're having a big Halloween bash on October 15th from 3 to 9 p.m. Get over there, support them. It's only $15. It's only $10 for a raffle ticket. It's a good time over there. It supports our veterans. I usually start the night off with thanking our veterans. I didn't do that yet. I want to thank our veterans, our active military, our first responders. We couldn't do what we do without you protecting us. We appreciate you very much, from Stark Media and myself. Finally, here, Ohio, player of the game. We will be announcing them soon. Chris McCready's and his team are located at 1201 30th Street Northwest in Canton. Contact them, 330-492-1212, or visit finallyhereohio.com for your free hearing evaluation. Just tell them Drew and the Natural sent you. And finally, the Quarry Golf and Event Center. They are sponsoring our scoreboard all night, our scoreboard updates. If you haven't been there, incredible place to go and eat. Gorgeous golf course, difficult golf course. If you're not a real good player, I would play the up tees there. If you're a good player and you want a challenge, play the back tees there. It'll give you all that you can handle, I promise you that. But they not only have golf, they've got the event center there. They got one of the best patios probably in the county. You can hang out there. They got great food. They book over 300 nights a year for their rooms and their patio, with some local companies going out. Local golf courses, we've had a lot shut down recently, so they have been very, very busy over there. So if you get a chance, I would call them as soon as possible. If you know you have an event, to try to get that booked as early as you can, because they are booking up. We've got about less than a minute here before we get started again. Both teams are back on the field, getting back warmed up. Aviators in their white helmets, white jerseys, all red pants. And they got red letters. Carrollton in all black helmets, black jerseys, black pants, and white letters with their white C on the side of the helmet. Gorgeous night here. Sunrise has finally gone down. It's cooling off a little bit. Perfect night for football. Perfect weather so far, and halfway through week 7. Can't believe it's week 7 already, Drew.
Yeah, it's crazy, Jeff.
Hopefully you can hear us okay, folks.
Yeah, so sorry, we're having some technical difficulties there with audio and the stream there. I don't know if it's because we're down in the hills in Canton, but hopefully we're coming in better now. Just to recap the first half, so Alliance went down the field, scored on the opening drive. Zerbrug had a long run. Then he handed it off to Caden Davis. He took it in the end zone. Next possession, Carrollton fumbled the snap. Alliance went down, scored a touchdown. Was called back for a penalty. Very next play, they threw another touchdown. Carrollton comes back. Long run by Olstrom for the score to make it 13-7. Then kind of back and forth, traded a couple punts. And right before halftime, they threw an interception.
Yep.
For back for a touchdown as well, correct? Or did
they had a pick six? Yes.
Yeah.
They had another almost pick off. It would have been another pick six. So minus those turnovers, I mean, Carrollton's right there. You just got to clean it up, clean the ball up, and take care of business.
Yep, so we appreciate all our sponsors. I appreciate everyone tuning in there. Like we said, we may be having some difficulties where we're dropping in and out. That's because where we are located down in Carrollton. So I'll get the main screen back on so everyone can see here.
As we said earlier, folks, we do 3 games a week. We've got 3 crews out. It's Drew and myself doing a game every week on our YouTube, Stark Media Game of the Week. That game will be uploaded to YouTube when we're done. So you can not only see this game, you can see all 7 other games we have done. It is week 7, but we did a Saturday game. I did a Saturday game with Sammy Berkwin, so that's up there as well. Not to mention all the other content we have. You've got Drew, who's with me right now, and also Jim Ballard. They do a rewind every week. That gets posted Wednesday evenings.
Yep, Wednesday evenings, late night crowd.
If you haven't seen it, folks, it's pretty awesome. Drew and Jim break down film. They have some head coaches come in. Lots of people that we can interview and give you some good information throughout the week. My favorite part is getting all that film broke down and looking at that stuff. So.
Yeah, we were able to break down some film 2 weeks ago from Jackson on their counterplay and the success that Jason Davides had. It looks like he's having that success.
He's going off. He's got 120.5 right now, so he's going off on Glen Oak, unfortunately.
And then I think Glen Oak might need to call up Pete from the 7th grade squad. Get some speed
Sweet
up there.
feet Pete Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, we help to have some speed on the outside. I think their problem right now is having some linemen up the middle that can stop that run. They've got a lot of athletes. I think they're going to be real good next year. They got to clean up some personnel issues and tighten some things up. And talked to Coach Garcia this week, and that's his main focus for sure.
Yep. So we are just about ready to start the second half down here at Carrollton Warriors Stadium. It is 19-7 Alliance. Carrollton will receive the second half kickoff. It's a big possession for them. Most of the second quarter, we saw Carrollton in a double tight stack I formation, no wide receivers. When they've tried to pass today, it has not gone well.
No, not at all.
They did not have a completion. I believe they are 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 right now. Carrollton has done a good job on Caden Davis, although he does have the scores. Up the middle has not been there. Alliance has had success on the outside, getting the ball to their speed. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Goodman from Alliance has made and Coach Salimas and his staff from Carrollton has made. And Brandon Zerbrug pulling double duty as the quarterback and kicker.
Leather on leather. Here's the kick. It's a sort of short one. It lands at the 15-yard line. It's picked up. He's running it back. Got drilled at the 24-yard line. Forward momentum went clear to the 26-yard line. Going to break up their first possession for Carrollton of this half. 1st and 10 at their 26. Just a quick kick there. Quick run. Here comes the offense for Carrollton. First possession of the second half. They're down 20-7. Starting out, they got 2 in the back. They got 2 wide receiver left, one right. Quick handoff, no surprises. Own lineman got in his way, no hole there. Gain of 1. Going to be 2nd down and 9. That was Olstrom on the carry, off tackle.
Yeah, he had 105 yards rushing in the first half. A quiet 105.
Very quiet.
Most of them were on that 45-yard touchdown run. So we'll see if Carrollton can get him rolling. And they're going to need more than him if they're going to want to outscore Alliance tonight.
We got Irwin right as a receiver. Perozio left. Here's a quick handoff to Olstrom. He got wrapped up immediately, a loss of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, if I'm Alliance right now, I might not even play with a safety. You've got corners that are good enough to cover, play with inside leverage so they can't get to the middle of the field, and make Carrollton throw that deep ball to the outside and load the box. They're only going to put 2 receivers out there, put 9 guys in the box.
Yeah.
Prove to us, Carrollton, that you can throw the ball down the field, and we'll put a safety back there. But I think Alliance should just start loading the box.
Well, like we thought, Carrollton hasn't thrown much. They've thrown 3 times. It didn't go so well. 3 left, 1 right, rolling left, throwing left. He got wrapped up and pushed out of bounds for another 3 or 4 yard loss.
Yeah, the right-handed quarterback there was running lateral the entire time. He wasn't able to get downhill and open up his hips. If you're a right-handed quarterback running to your left, you have to get those hips around and start going downhill so you can throw the football. He was never able to do that. Take a 3-yard loss out of bounds, and Carrollton will punt on their first possession.
So it's 4th and 14. Carrollton on their own 24-yard line. Not the start they wanted here in the first half. Here's a snap, leather on leather, low punt, lands, end over end. Alliance lets it alone, and it goes clear down to the 37-yard line of Alliance. So here come Alliance's offense for the first time this half. 10:16 to play. It's 20-7. And Drew, that last play, I'm a little, Carrollton hasn't thrown the ball very much. They've struggled throwing the ball. I kind of don't really understand getting your quarterback rolling left and throwing left whenever you've struggled throwing the ball to begin with. If you're going to throw the rock, I think you got to get him in a position where he can make some completions short.
And they put the trips to the boundary there,
yeah.
So not a lot of space to complete that as well.
So here comes Alliance offense. We got Deuces left, single right, quick drop back, quick throw out of the backfield. He got a complete pass first. Got 3 yards on that one. That was just a quick pass, out of the backfield. Completed to Ramir Hawkins. Again, we've called his name quite a bit.
Yeah, so they put the receiver Ramir Hawkins in the backfield there, just tried to swing it to a speedster quick. Got 4 yards on first down. Now Caden Davis, the Youngstown State committed running back who's been quiet tonight, comes back in the game at tailback. There's going to be two fullbacks or a fullback and a tight end in the game with him.
Here's a snap. We got a man in motion off to Caden Davis up the middle, hit at the line, made a guy miss. Awkward-looking tackle, but he got a couple yards.
Again, get Caden Davis on the outside. Get these runners on the outside. Carrollton has everyone stacked in between the tackles, and Alliance hasn't gone back outside on him.
Yeah. With his speed, maybe a little toss sweep, something like that. 9:16 and counting. It's 3rd down and 4. They're on their own 44-yard line. 3rd and 4. We got trips right, single left. Zerbrug taking his time. Caden Davis on his left hip. He's coming up back under center. Now he's back in shotgun, and now Alliance takes a timeout. So 8:52 to play. 3rd and 4 when we resume play. Alliance takes their first time out of the half, up 20-7.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. Brandon Zerbrug had a lot of success in the first quarter with his legs. They haven't ran him much since. Maybe get him on the edge here, give him a rollout, a little option to throw it, option to run it to the field here and see what they can do here on 3rd down.
Here comes Alliance's offense, waiting on Carrollton to come out. Want to thank C.H. Vallis and Associates, Kishman's Fresh Market, Simon Says Promotions, and we're back in action here now. We got Deuces right, single left, 2 in the backfield, quick fake handoff. He pulls it back and he keeps it. Zerbrug up the middle, and he got 3 yards, so it's going to be 4th down and 1.5.
Yeah, so they faked the handoff up the middle of Caden Davis, ran the speed option to the right. Zerbrug could have pitched it. Bagaro is out there with a lot of space. He decided to make the safe move, and now the punt team will come on, 4th and 2 midfield. So probably a good idea here for Alliance to punt it. Carrollton hasn't really been able to sustain a drive. It was just the one big play that's hurt them. So they're going to try to pin Carrollton deep again.
Is this a good place for maybe a fake when you got your quarterback back there?
I wouldn't, but, it's not a bad spot for it.
8:12 and counting. Here's a snap. Here's the punt. His punt is away. It's a good one down to the 15-yard line. Received. He's running left. He's got all kinds of guys after him. He made 2 guys miss, and he coughed it up. Fumble, ball to carpet, Alliance ball on the 31-yard line of Carrollton. Not what you want them to do after they come out. 3 near turnovers in the first half. Not good, Drew.
Yeah, and that was number 12 there for Carrollton on the return. Zach Perazio. just tried to fight for that extra yard sometimes, and that's dangerous when you got guys flying downfield full speed. So now Alliance will take over in Carrollton territory, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, and I'd like to see them go up top on the first play.
Yep. Deuces left, single right. You got fullback and running back, man in motion, right to left. Quick pitch forward as a pass forward. Made a guy miss in the backfield, and he's got room to run. He bounced it back outside again. Ran it left, almost fell down, made a guy miss, ran back right, got all the way back to the line of scrimmage after all that. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, 7:42 to play. Alliance up 20-7. They just did a little toss forward, which would have been a forward pass. I like that, Drew, because if you drop it, it's incomplete, as opposed to tossing it behind, then it's a fumble. So trips left, single right, single in the single backfield. Caden Davis, quick drop back throw, completed into flats and run into the middle for about a 4-yard gain. Going to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the safety's just playing so far back, so they just threw it right now to Bagheera in the slot as a second receiver. Picked up about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Aviators.
7 minutes left in the third quarter. Aviators taking their time, up 20-7. Ball in Aviators territory at the 26-yard line. Pairs left, pairs right. Single in the back. Zerberg taking his time, getting the play from the sideline there. He's in a shotgun formation. Drops back, looking left, nobody. Got all kinds of pressure up the middle. He's rolling back to his left. He's got all kinds of room. Running down to the 20-yard line, 18-yard line. 1st down, Aviators on the 18-yard line.
Yeah, just another example of how athletic he is. He hurt them in the first half with his legs. Now he picks up a big 3rd down, and the Aviators are knocking on the door to score again. I think there's a little frustration now on Carrollton's side, so it's 1st and 10 Alliance. They'll come out in a bunch formation here on the 20-yard line.
Bunch formation right, drops back, quick handoff up the middle, crack down to the 5-yard spin move. Got all the way down to almost a 1st down. That was a 9-yard gain for Caden Davis. Awkward-looking tackle after that spin move. Got to be careful with that sometimes.
Yeah, he runs so hard. I don't like him trying to spin out of tackles when people are already on his legs. I think that's a dangerous thing. Just keep pumping your legs and fall forward. Live to fight the next down. You don't need to score on every play.
2nd down and 2 in the red zone here on the 12-yard line of Carrollton. We got bunches left. Handoff up the middle again. Got cracked at the line. No gain, and he coughed it up. Fumble! And they got it back, I believe.
Yep.
Carrollton ball.
Wow.
Huge. They stepped up. Somebody put the helmet on the football. Caden Davis coughed it up. And Carrollton recovers. That's huge for Carrollton in the red zone at the 12-yard line for that turnover. Perfect time for them to do that. Now they're back in business. 5:53 to play left in the third quarter. They're down 20-7. 1st and 10 Carrollton at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Hard to hang on to that ball when somebody puts a hat on it.
Yep. So Carrollton comes back out in the stack eye.
Stack eye, quick handoff right, running right, got a little bit of room, got about 4 yards on that one with 2 blockers in front of him. Chase Olstrom for 5-yard gain. 5:42 to play. Carrollton's got to do something here now, just to march up the field. They got to put some points on the board soon. They're down 2 scores. A little less than 2 scores, 20-7. It's 2nd down and 6. They're on the 21-yard line. Everybody's packed in again tight. We've got one fullback. Here's a quick handoff. The fullback up the middle. They've had success on that play. They just went power up north and nearly got a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. 5:04 and counting in the third quarter. Got a substitution here for Carrollton. Warriors taking their time.
They've gotten some movement on QB sneak a couple times tonight. One time they false started, but we'll see if they try it again here on short yard situation.
So, Drew, they just switched quarterbacks again. Perazio went back in there.
He's a little bit smaller than the others, so maybe
Here's a
we won't
quick
see.
Quick
Follow.
keeper by Perazio up the middle, first down, Carrollton.
Yeah, so they just faked to the fullback there. Quarterback followed the up back and the fullback, got right behind him in the B gap, and was able to pick up 6 yards.
And Perazio is cramping up and sitting on the carpet. This is going to be a leatherneck injury timeout.
You got to start to hydrate on Wednesdays for these games. And he's wearing the high socks, the tights. The problem with that moisture wicking socks and those tights are, it does exactly what it does. It pulls all the moisture out.
I
and you cramp up.
I saw a really bad cramp last night in the 7th grade Glen Oak game. Running back had a great run, and oddly enough, the only leg he had a sock on is the one that cramped up.
Yep.
About 20 minutes he laid in the corner for them to get that worked out, and he was in some serious pain.
It gives us time to talk about some of our sponsors.
Got the Quarry. They are one of the best golf courses around. It's a gorgeous golf course, top-notch event center, great food at the Granite Grill. Give them a call, 330-488-3178. Shout out to Jamie and Fonda over there as the owners. McNeil & Sons Tree Service. No job too big, no job too small. They will come down from Portage Lakes, 330-606-1126.
And St. Joe's Senior Living in the Alsatian, located on Reno Drive out in Louisville. We know these situations with your loved ones can be tough. You aren't really sure what to do. So if you're having one of those situations with your loved ones who are getting older, check out St. Joe's Senior Living, as Carrollton now comes back out in the stack guy on first down.
Here's a snap running up the middle. He's got room to run. Guy at his feet. Made him miss. Another looks like first down, Carrollton. Great run there.
You know, the thing about this Carrollton offense right now is they aren't doing anything fancy. They're going to do what they do. They're going to keep running the ball. And if you become undisciplined or uninterested on the defensive side and decide, like, I'm getting frustrated, I'm going to try to go make a play, Olstrom's going to put a foot in the ground and find a hole, and that's exactly what he did.
3:53 to play here in the third quarter. Carrollton down 20-7, first and 10 at the 44. Quick handoff to the up back, and he got a bunch of room to run, and he's gone. 40, 25, he's looking back. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Carrollton!
Huge play. That's exactly what we talked about there is Alliance tried to get aggressive. You got a linebacker that guessed the wrong gap, left his gap responsibility, and the fullback senior, Brock Smith, takes it 55 yards for the Carrollton touchdown, and they are back in this game.
What a great run that was. He went up middle. He had all kinds of hands on him. He just fought through that contact, took off, got on the open field, was looking back over his shoulder. He made it work for, a 60-yard scamper there. So we got the extra point coming up. Leather on leather. Here's the kick, and it is good. 20-14. Carrollton is back in this ball game, folks. They can run the rock like they've had so much success on that stacked I formation they got going on. They hit that up back once in a while. Everybody's thinking the Olstrom's getting a ball every time. They hit that up back, and they've been getting 8 to 9 yards a crack on that one. They just happen to get 65 on that one. What a great run. Getting exciting now, folks. 3:34 to play in the third quarter. Carrollton is now only down by 6.
Big answer. Now the momentum's changing. Let's see if they put the ball in Caden Davis's hands, they put the ball in Zerbrug's hands. Let's see what Alliance does to curb this Warrior momentum.
I think if I'm Alliance, I'm going to run the rock a little bit, try to establish that again, run some clock. That when they came out at the beginning, they were spreading the ball out quite a bit, doing whatever they wanted to do, and they kind of went away from that.
Yeah, I think they got to get the ball on the edge.
If you remember the first 2-3 series, I think 6 different people touched the ball. Since then, it's only been 1 or 2 guys. So here's leather on leather. Here's the kick. It's a deep one. All the way down, perfect kick to the 1-yard line. They're returning it. They're coming back to the 10, the 14, 15, and it's going to be
good
first
kick coverage.
Down Aviators at the 16-yard line.
It's always dangerous when you kick that ball right down the middle of the field because you've got to. Then you can't you got to stay in your lanes. They squeeze. He tries to direct it to the sideline. The entire kickoff team redirected, chased him out at the 14-yard line. And, we'll see Alliance probably be a little conservative here in the shadow of their own goalposts. But I'd like to see them throw the ball down the field.
They haven't gone over top at all.
You have the best player on the field in Brandon Zerbrug tonight, and allow him to throw the football.
Those Ramir Hawkins on that return. We've got Pears left, Pears right, drop back. As you said, Zerbrug's going to throw it quick out, caught it. Nearly a first down. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 at the 25-yard line. And that was Tyon Mills. Mills has been in there getting catches. Hawkins has been getting catches. Bugari has been getting catches. So Zerbrug was just on a quick out pass there. We got trips right this time. Single left on a 2nd and 1 play. Davis in the backfield on the right hip. He drops back, looking right. Quick throw. Completed at the 30-yard line and tackled by 2 guys by Carrollton at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. That was Carter Bugari.
And we've got a player down. So we'll take a quick injury timeout. And I believe that is number 34 again, who had been down earlier. We've got a score update for you. It is now the Canton-McKinley Bulldogs 30, Lake 14. So Lake went out 14-0 to start the game. McKinley 30 unanswered. I called it. I told you. I mean, this McKinley team, something happened after week 4, and they just flipped the switch. A couple other score updates here. It is Farrell's 24, Canton South 17. Old EBC foe, Canton South. We talked about it earlier. Salem was all over Minerva, 41-0. Mm-hmm. West Branch was in a tight game with Marlington, 22-13. Maybe West Branch starting to look ahead a little bit, but Marlington, hanging in there.
3:16 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Our man is still down with a Leathernecks Nation injury timeout here.
Another score update. It is up in the packet. It is CVCA 14, Northwest 7.
Tight one there.
Yep. This gives us a second to talk about Ben Wallenberg's Chocolates and Nuts.
Your favorite.
Yeah. 2520 Harrison Avenue, Northwest in Canton, in the Fulton Drugs Plaza across from Stadium Park. Ben does a great job, all homemade, all gourmet stuff. Stuff is not sitting in his store for weeks. He makes everything weekly. He doesn't make massive bulk, orders and let things sit around. Everything's fresh. He's taking holiday orders now. So if you've got an opportunity or if you want to get something for your employees, give Ben Wallenberg a call. Now Alliance will come back 1st and 10.
We're back in action. Pairs left, single right. Zerbrug rolling left, looking left. Completed at the line of scrimmage. He made a guy miss, made another guy miss, jumping all the way around. I tell you what, he has had the longest 2-yard runs I've ever seen, about 4 of them. Ramir Hawkins, he just catches the ball, gets in space, tries to make guys miss. At some point, he's got to go north and south.
Yeah, real shifty runner there, but he's trying to do a lot.
Folks, that last injury was number 42, Owen Spilker, but he walked off on his own accord, so he's okay. Quick snap, quick throw to Hawkins again. He's running. He's got room to run to the 50. He's gone 40, 35, 30. He's getting caught from behind, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touch. Nope. I'm sorry. Got tackled at the 1-yard line.
And that was Mr. Everything for Carrollton.
Like we said.
You thought he was gone, but I thought he was too. But Olstrom chased him down to the 1-yard line. But now Alliance is in position to have a big answer after the Carrollton touchdown.
Like we said, Hawkins caught that one, and he went north and south that time. He didn't dance. He made one guy miss and went north. 2:47 to play. 1st and 10 on the 1-yard line. That brings up the Spirit of Stark. Spirit of Stark red zone alert for Alliance. 2:36 and counting. They got everybody stacked in the middle. Just a QB sneak. Touchdown Alliance. Zerbrug on a QB keeper up the middle for 6. That's going to be 26-14 before this point after attempt. So Alliance answers. Getting good now, folks.
Yeah, huge answer there for Alliance. Really takes the wind out of the sails down here for the Carrollton Warriors.
Here's the point after attempt. Here's a snap ball down leather on leather, and it's good. 27-14 Alliance.
Good thing it was good there because I already tweeted out that it was 27-14.
Don't do that. We're Browns fans. We know better than that.
Yeah, I know, right? So, just to recap what just happened, the big touchdown run by senior Caden Smith for Carrollton brings them right back into striking distance at 20-14. Alliance gets the ball back. Huge, big chunk play. Zerbrug to Hawkins. Takes it all the way down to the 1 yard line. Then Zerbrug punches it in from a yard out. So it is 27-14 Aviators. 2 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Carrollton's had the most success with that stack I formation, either hitting that quick up back or,
The outside zone has been better for them out of the stack because those two backs create extra gaps. Once they get into the line of scrimmage, they're creating extra gaps there because everyone's running. So, and Olstrom's done a great job putting his foot in the ground. So Zerbrug's going to tee it up here for Alliance.
Here's the kick, and it's sort of short, lands out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Going to be a penalty there?
Yeah, I mean, I know Alliance doesn't really have anyone to kick it deep, and they're trying to kick it down the hash there to kind of compress the field. But if you're going to do that, you got to make sure, that you don't kick it out of bounds because you're putting them at the 30-yard line. I'd almost rather have him put the ball in the hash, run straight at it, and kick a squib all the way down or a low ball all the way down than do that because those are tough to field at least.
Right. So now we got Perazio is back in the game at quarterback. He was last time on some of those quick runs. We do have that stack I formation. Quick handoff to Olstrom, and he's got 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
I don't know if Alliance is getting a little bored there on defense, but you need those defensive backs to run to the football. I see a lot of guys just watching the ball carrier, letting the defensive linemen and linebackers go make the tackle. And if they don't run to the football, they're going to break off another long run. So it's really important right now for those Alliance defensive backs to run to the football.
2nd and 6 once we resume. Perazio getting the call from the sideline, running all the way back in.
I think this is a good time to throw those tight end crossing routes out of this,
There's
tight stack here.
Stacked in. Quick, naked bootleg, throw completed to the 50-yard line. First down, Carrollton.
Jeez. Maybe I should just trade this headset for the old headset.
Well,
go back to coaching.
That was Gunnar Burkett on the catch there. Drew called that one up like he's in their playbook, or they heard him below us. I don't know what happened there, but 1st and 10, Carrollton. Here's a quick handoff, and they coughed it up. Quarterback ran into the up back. It's happened 4 times already.
Like I said earlier, they're having him reverse out on those handoffs, and it's really tough on the quarterback with the back that shallow to get the ball. He's rushing to get out of there, and he's got to get the snap first. I don't see why they can't just open up to the play. I guess with that up back right there that there's not much space, but
that's the 3rd time he ran right into the back of the quarterback.
They got to work on his footwork there.
So here's 2nd down play, up back again. Quarterback falls down for the 8th time. Got the handoff right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Carrollton down 27-14 to the Aviators. Perazio staying in the game. Caden Smith seemed to do those handoffs a little cleaner. They're staying with Zach right now. Same formation, quick handoff. He's going to keep it. He's running himself. He's got room to run. He got clobbered all the way down. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 40-yard line for Carrollton.
And he's not a very big guy.
He got a wallop there.
He is 5'9", 150. 150 pounds. That's like my right leg jump. But he's running hard. He's getting in there behind him. 4th and 2 now for Carrollton.
So Carrollton's going to let the quarter run out. End of the third quarter. It's 27 Alliance, 14 Carrollton. This game has been back and forth. Carrollton's going to flip the field, go from back to the left to the right. For the fourth quarter, we'll see what happens. It's going to be 4th and 2 once they come back on. Big 4th down for them. They've got to convert this. You figure they're going for it in their territory at the 40-yard line. Hsfb and Associates is our title sponsor. They specialize in home, auto, life insurance, financial service needs. Give them a call, 330-494-2776. Kishman's Fresh Market, located both in Minerva and Malvern. Red Door Apparel and Clothier. Simon Says Promotions. McNeil & Sons Tree Service. We've had a few Spirit of Stark Red Zone alerts. I want to thank Spirit of Stark in their new home. And we're back in action here at the start of the fourth quarter. It is, and it looks like offside. Oh, it's a false start on Carrollton.
Huge penalty there. You know, you're down to the Alliance 40-yard line. It's 4th and 2. And the tight end jumps off sides, and you're coming out of a timeout.
Yeah.
So, you know, the coaches are on the sideline saying, hey, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. It's 4th down. And what do? You jump. So really tough there.
This changes things. We'll see if they're going to go for it now. And they've got it packed in, Drew. They've got that stacked eye. Here's a quick snap. They are rolling right. Little option. And he fell down at the 47-yard line. Turnover on downs. Going to be Aviators' ball at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of 1920s football there for Carrollton. Student body right. They were in the stack eye, double tight, reversed the quarterback out, you know, ran him to the right, and just wasn't much there. You know, we talked about it earlier, really tough to run side to side on this Alliance Aviator defense with so much speed.
He had a little bit of room. If he would have fell down, he would have had a chance there. 12 has been on the carpet quite a bit. So now it brings up Aviator ball on their own 47-yard line. 1st and 10, pairs right, pairs left. Man in motion, throws it to Hawkins again out of the backfield. Got a blocker out there, got room to run, going north and south, kicking it back, and got walloped on a comeback run to the 49-yard line of Carrollton. So all of that's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, you know, Zerbrug just turned there through the zap motion behind the quarterback there to Hawkins. Nice pickup there. I'm worried about Hawkins, you know, jittering all over the place there with the ball. But nice 1st down gainer.
Kid's making me work for a 5-yard gain. Here's a quick snap. Quarterback keeper, he tried to run it back outside, ran it all the way to the line, got to the sideline and tackled for a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. 11 minutes left in the game. 27-14 Alliance. They're in no hurry here.
I'll tell you what, if Alliance can find a way to punch it in on this drive, it might be all she wrote for Carrollton.
Pairs left, pairs right. Zerberg and Davis in the backfield. Zerberg's taking his time. He's a 6th from a whole other year. Drops back, quick, completed pass. 1st down Aviators out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Zerbrug's been on the money tonight with his throws. Any incompletions they've had have been receiver drops, I believe.
Well, like we said, with seeing Zerberg spread it out a little bit, he went to Kayvon Davis that time. So he is able to spread it out along. They got a lot of athletes he can go to.
I'll tell you what, I like down here. We got a one-on-one matchup at the bottom of the screen here.
Trips right, single left. 20-yard line, made a guy.
Throw there. Zerbrug to Kayvon Davis, the junior, younger brother of Caden Davis. He's also very talented as well. 6'3", 205-pound, big target.
It's a Spirit of Stark red zone alert. That was a great Peyton Manning quality pump fake. Corners bit, threw it over top. 1st down from the 11-yard line. Single left, two right. Zerberg keeps it up the middle, running. Kicked it back towards the middle. He got 5 on that one, so it's going to be 2nd down and 5 on the 8-yard line.
Yeah, it was just a little Tim Tebow red zone action there.
Yeah, it was.
Lions.
Lions taking their time now, just letting the clock roll. They're in control of this game. They can punch this in, like you said. It's going to be curtains, maybe. Down and 4 at the 9-yard line. They can still get a first down. Pears right, handoff up the middle to Davis, and he got nearly a first down. He got about 1. So we'll see what I would imagine the Aviators are going to go for it. Their kicker looked like he's got enough leg to put 3 more on the board. We'll see what they want to do. 4th and 1, no? Guess I missed one. Or I added one. It's 3rd and 1, folks. Trips right, running right. Got room to run. Touchdown, Aviators. Zerbrigg up the middle. Touchdown. It'll be 33-14 before the PAT. And we got another Carrollton guy on the carpet hurt. Looks like another cramp. The Leathernecks Nation injury timeout here. 9 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
Touchdown accounted for the day. 2 through the air.
It's not going to be hard to figure out our finally here.
2 on the ground. Actually, no, I think it's just 1 through the air and 2 on the ground. But he's played really well. Alliance is flexing their muscles in the second half here down in Carrollton against a good Carrollton Warrior football team. It was a beautiful night. As they line up for the extra point, there's 9 minutes left, and the Carrollton faithful are already starting to foul out. They're going to rush and get their last Warrior cookie. Jeff blessed us with the chocolate chip Warrior cookie. Sugar cookie with the icing. But,
I didn't get the order in time.
But I appreciate your effort. It was still delicious.
The PAT was good. It's 34-14. Carrollton's got to come up with something big, something quick. With 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter, they're down 3 scores. We got a see if we have any updates here for you. In the meantime, I want to thank the Quarry Golf Club. Definitely a gorgeous golf course if you've played it. If you're a good golfer and you want to test yourself, play the back tees, bring a few balls. It could be a long day for you unless you're really good. I'm going to thank Spirit of Stark as well.
Another score update. Jackson punches it in again with 1:25 to play. 38-0. A little revenge there for Coach Balderson on the Glauc Eagles, it appears. No loved loss.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought of that one. Run it up, I guess. I heard Jimmy Johnson speak this week, and he was talking about coaches getting mad at him and running it up, and he said, my job's to score, your job's to stop. So I want to thank McNeil and Sons as well, tree service. No job too big, no job too small. Give them a call, 330-606-1126. We're back in action here. The kickoff is about to happen. Zerbrigg is on the kickoff. He kicks it deep this time, in play this time. Caught at the 11-yard line. He's running back to the 12, 15. Tackled immediately. Great open field tackle there.
That was number 11, Ezra Williamson. The senior, 5'10", 175. Nice special teams tackle, his second of the night. He also recovered a fumble earlier.
So to reset, folks, Carrollton ball, 8:53 to play in the 4th quarter. They're down 20. It's 34-14. They have the ball on the 18-yard line. And they got a receiver this time. 2 in the backfield. Quick handoff right, running right. Kicked it back, a little cutback run, and got 7 yards. So Olstrom, not a design cutback, but he cut it back himself and got a little space to run and got 7. 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, you know, you're down 3 scores here. And this is where, you know, I start to question, you know, the offense. Okay, you have to be able to score points in a hurry sometimes if you want to win a game.
And maybe that's what they're doing, putting Caden Smith back in the game. They see whenever they're going to throw the rock, it is usually Caden Smith. kind of like that two quarterback system. Got 2 running backs in the back. We got Zach Perezio on the right, dropping back. He got absolutely drilled. How much for room service? These guys are hungry. He fumbled the ball. Alliance came up with it. Another turnover. He came straight up the middle, laid the wood. That's number 32.
And 53, Diego Allen.
Wow.
6'6", 225 pounds. Rocket off the edge. And I'll tell you what, they had the post wide open down the middle of the field. So
he come flying in there. Quarterback took his 5-step drop and was met immediately. So now it's Aviators' ball in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Huge play, huge turnover. Pairs left, pairs right. Quick handoff up the middle. Spin move again. He got all the way, and he's fighting everybody off, running all the way down to the 1-yard line. So Caden Davis with one arm, getting hit by everybody. 2 spin moves again in traffic. Again, that scares the crap out of me when you got guys wrapping you up and you're spinning twice up the middle. But he made it work. He got 9 yards. Actually, a little bit more than that. He's clear down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Aviators. They got it all packed in now. You got to figure they're going to little Caden Davis sandwich here, or maybe Zerberg up the middle. Davis up the middle, bounces it left. Touchdown, Caden Davis for 6.
Oh, boy.
And this is stands are getting empty now. Folks are filing out. It's 40-14 now, Alliance, with 7:30 to play.
The Aviators are at cruising altitude.
And the Aviators are showing, they got the hands out like they're flying around. So this game is blown wide open. Zerberg is practicing his kicking.
What a statement this is to the EBC.
Here's the PAT. Here's the snap. Ball down, leather on leather. Whistle.
Oh.
Play stopped. Play stop was a false start on the PAT. Whistle blew, and then Chase Olstrom ran in there with Brigg. Well after the whistle, but no penalty. So they're going to be back 5 yards on this PAT.
Got a score update. We have 2 ties in the past 14, CVCA 14, and Fairless 31, Canton South 31.
Wow. Here's the snap. Here's the kick, and it looks good. 41-14, 7:30 to play. Aviators all over the Warriors at the moment. This is about curtains for the Warriors. So Carrollton's going to come back and try to get this kickoff, try to make something happen. Doesn't look like there's much time to turn this baby around, but we're going to see what happens. A lot at stake over there in the Pac-7 with those games being tied like that.
Yep. Another score
Two
update
tough
is
teams.
30-20 now McKinley over Lake.
Do we know how much time's left in that one? It's got to be the 4th by now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
It is just about the 4th quarter there.
Zerberg back to kick again. Aviators on their 5-yard line to receive. 41-14, 7:30 left. Here comes the kick. It's a wobbler, short. Fielded at the 16-yard line, running straight up the middle. Lowers his head, and he got drilled. Get out some smelling salts on that one, and he is down. Getting up slowly.
Oh, and he's wobbly.
Somebody needs to check on that young man. He's wobbling all over the place. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10, Carrollton.
Yeah, so going forward here, unless a miraculous comeback happens in the last 7 minutes, Carrollton's down 27 points. Huge matchup next week, Alliance and West Branch. That's going to be a huge game.
Might see us there. You don't know. We don't know yet, but
So here comes the offense for the Warriors. They're running right, and he got 2-yard gain. Olstrom running right, got 3 yards out of that one.
And it's not going to get any easier for Carrollton either. They can't rest on their laurels here. It's going to be Salem for them. So EBC, 2 big weeks in a row. These next 2 weeks, tonight and next week, is going to decide who wins this EBC.
So that young man that looked like he got hit pretty hard is being looked at over there. That's Owen Spilker. He's the same one that was banged up here a little bit earlier. They're checking him out for the Leatherneck Nation. Olstrom runs left, gets the handoff, runs left, got tackled for a 2-yard loss, and got another horse collar call on the Aviators.
And, I'd like to talk to maybe some officials on clarification on this call. So the defensive end grabbed the jersey, hand on the front, hand on the back, close to the horse collar, not in the pads,
right,
and pulled him down from the side. To me, that's not a horse collar tackle.
Right.
Horse collar is when you grab the jersey from the back,
right,
or anywhere inside those shoulder pads, and I don't think the Alliance defender did that. So we're going to have to get some clarification on that call this week. But that's a first down for Carrollton, and they desperately need it. Inside 7 minutes now.
It's going to be Carrollton ball at their own 46-yard line. They've got 2 receivers left this time, 2 running backs. Caden Smith under center. He drops back and he hands off to Olstrom again, and he's got a little bit of room. He's got 8-9 yards and got drilled at the 46-yard line of the Aviators. Back in their territory. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 with 6:07 and counting. 41-14. Carrollton's got to have some major stuff happen here. They're running the rock. We're sending Perazio back in there at quarterback, looks like, or he's sending the play in, one or the other. It looks like he's sending the play in. Perazio is either the quarterback or he's a wideout. 5:45 to play. 2nd down and 2. Here's a 2nd down play. Pears right this time. Fullback in the game. Quick fake handoff, rolling right, looking right. Got nobody. Everybody's double covered. He's going to throw it poorly into the ground, about 5 yards ahead. Incomplete pass for Caden Smith. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, I think he was throwing that away right there. But
so, Drew, my understanding is that it is a penalty to throw it away out of bounds in high school, correct?
So, there has to be a receiver in the area no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're out of the pocket. It doesn't matter, where you are. There has to be doesn't matter if it goes past the line of scrimmage. As long as there's a receiver in the area, there is no intentional.
So he could throw it over his head if he wanted. He threw it into the dirt there, which, like you said, may be what he was doing. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2 at the Aviators' 46-yard line. Quick handoff to Olstrom up the middle. He got swallowed, but he got the 1st down. Going to be 1st and 10 from Aviators' 42-yard line. Warriors got 5:25 to play. 5:25 to play. They're down 41-14, 1st and 10. They need to have a little bit more urgency here to make this happen. And maybe they realize they're not going to come all the way back with 5 minutes left. I've seen stranger things, but they've got single left, single right, 2 in the backfield. Caden Smith under center. Olstrom in the backfield. Hand off to Olstrom. He jumped back and got 3 yards that time. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 with 5 to play.
Another score update. It is my Archbishop Hoban Knights 35, St. Francis, New York 7. So that game was 7-7, and Hoban does what Hoban does.
There you go. You went from Knights to Knights, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to St. Thomas, coached there a couple years, but, spent 5 years of my coaching career at Archbishop Hoban as the offensive coordinator. Won a few state championship rings, nothing to write home about, but,
Quick handoff to Olstrom again. He cut it back. He's got all kinds of room to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Tackled down at the 5-yard lines and out of bounds. That was a great run by Olstrom. He just cut it back, got room to run, and it's going to be the Spirit of Stark red zone alert at the 5-yard line. Great run there. Like you said, Olstrom's not big, but he finds holes and he can get some space, and he's got some wheels. He got caught from on the angle there. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Got one receiver right, Olstrom in the backfield. Fumbled the ball. Turnover again. It looks like Alliance has the ball. No. Well, they're not signaling yet. It's Alliance ball again. The quarterback, third time for the night, just is not patient enough. He's getting out of there before the center can get him the ball. Impatient with that. Put the ball on the carpet. Aviators fall on it. 4:12 to play in the fourth quarter. It's now Aviators ball on the 6-yard line. And that's about all she wrote, folks. 4:12 left. 41-14 Aviators. You figure they're probably just going to run the rock up the middle here, run this one out, and go home safe.
Yeah, really this game was never in question. A couple good answers by Carrollton, some big plays, but Alliance has really dominated this game, and they look like the better team.
Zerbrug up the middle. He's got all kinds of room to run. He's running to the 25-30. Made a guy miss at the 30. Cut back, and he goes down at the 29-yard line. So
get down, young man. We don't need you get you hurt.
I thought he was going to run out of bounds, and then he cut it back up in the middle. Like you said, just run out of bounds, live to fight another day. Don't mess around and get hurt in a game like this. 3:55 to play. Maybe he was thinking stay in bounds, but he probably should have just slid instead of running back into all kinds of traffic. But we've got single left, single right. Davis in the backfield. Hawkins in motion. Pears left again. Hawkins back in motion. Snapped it off of Hawkins. Fumbled it. Recovered by Carrollton, but there's a penalty on the flag on the field. And that's a false start, dead ball.
I guess they're going to call false start on the center, which is interesting there. That's usually happens when no one else moves, but we'll see. We've got a score update for you, Jeff. Your Fairless Falcons have taken the lead back on Canton South. And the score, which I just had.
I'm glad we're not on video because I'm staying impartial vocally.
It is 38-31 with 10 minutes to go in that game.
And here's a big run. We got him running right. He's gone. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. He's being run down. He's got the angle on him. He tried to jump over him. That should be a penalty. It's no flag down. Ran it all the way down to the 4-yard line. That was Caden Davis. He tried to jump over him at the very end. No flag down. And it's going to be Spirit of Stark red zone alert for Caden Davis. He went 75 yards down to the 4-yard line. And he looks big. He gets in that open field. He's 6'1", 220.
He is big.
He's got wheels.
You don't see a lot of college backs that size.
He is pretty large.
So let's see if Alliance punches it in again.
Single left, Pears right. Davis in the backfield. They hand it off to Davis. He cuts it back. He got swallowed up. Nothing cooking there, and he kept fighting, but got tackled for a 1-yard loss.
This is a dangerous area of the field here. I might get Zerbrug and Caden Davis out of this game. Maybe get your backup some valuable game snaps against varsity here. Game's well in hand, and we will see a couple subs come in. Those are receivers.
I mean, they're almost getting in. I realize that Carrollton's got timeouts left, but they're almost getting into kneel-down territory. Just run this out, get everybody home safe. They are packing everybody in. We do have the starters in still. Still got Davis in the backfield with 2 up backs. Quick run to the right, cut it back, got hit hard at the 2-yard line, got cleared down to the half-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal at the 1. 2:12 to play. It's 41-14 Alliance. Alliance is about to score again at the half-yard line on a 3rd down play to come. Davis, slow. We've got 2 up backs. I look to see Zerbrug just keep this and go up the middle of a QB sneak. But we'll see what happens. Here's Zerbrug. He does hand it off to Davis. No gain at all. It is not a touchdown. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 1.
I'll tell you what, hats off to these Carrollton Warriors, playing their butts off to the end. Trying to keep Alliance out of the end zone.
Let's see if they go to the QB sneak this time. Davis for about the 5th left to play, 41-14. It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. We've got 3 running backs in, 1 quarterback, 1 wide out to the left. Zerberg up the middle. Hand off to the up bat.
Fullback.
Touchdown, Alliance. Quick handoff to Adam Zumbar up the middle for his first touchdown of the night. Got the junior a catch there, or a quick handoff and a score. Got him in the end zone with 1:06 to play. It's 47-14. All Alliance tonight.
And it'll be a running clock. Not that it'll matter with a minute left.
Right.
But
So, Drew, I think it's about time for me to head down on the field to try to get a picture of our finally here Ohio player of the game. I could go one of two ways, but I would think.
I think Brendan Zerbrug, because, Caden Davis, really didn't.
He took over after it was kind of over.
He did. It was over. I'll say Brendan Zerbrug because, what he did on the ground, the early plays, great throws. Really could have gone a variety of different ways here, but I think we go Brendan Zerbrug player.
And I agree. And not to even mention what he did on defense. He had some really key tackles, plays both sides of the ball, kicks for him. He does pretty much everything. He's a switchblade knife for him. I'm going to turn it over to you here in a little bit, and we'll run down there and get a good picture of him. And we got 1:06 left.
It's kind of a trek down there, so I got a good picture from him, so
Okay.
we'll just use that.
1:06 left to play. This is a formality at this point. Fans are filing out. Folks, again, this game will be uploaded almost right away to our YouTube feed, so you can check Drew and myself out every week. We usually announce around Tuesday where we're going to be for the following week. We do 3 games a week. We do one on 99.7. We do one on 106.9. We got TJ Downing, Jim Ballard, Mark Milano doing the 99.7 game. They did Jackson and Glen Oak tonight. That game will be uploaded to our YouTube as well, so if you didn't get a chance to listen, you could listen to that. Rock 106.9 every week is Sam Berkwin and Jeff Shreve. And Drew and myself do the YouTube game of the week every week.
Oh, fumble.
Again,
on the
not sure where
kickoff.
we're going to be. There was
Oh, no.
He fumbled twice on the kickoff. It looks like at the 1 yard line, it looks like it is still Carrollton's ball. They haven't signaled.
No, I think Alliance has that ball. And we'll see. Hopefully Alliance just takes a knee here. No reason for them to punch it in again. I wouldn't think.
It's Carrollton's ball. They
okay.
they threw Carrollton's ball out. Oh,
So, and now they're switching.
yeah, it's Carrollton's ball
And
at
they
the
called
1
it-
yard line.
No, they called a timeout on. It is Alliance ball, but they were pointing timeout
Oh, I see.
for Alliance, and it looks like they've got some young guys in there. So maybe they're going to try to run a play. No reason to put the young guys in if you're just going to take a knee.
Right.
But
We got 45 seconds left. It's 47-14. This was a close one for 2.5 quarters. Alliance then, the turnovers happened again. Gosh, what did Carrollton have? 4 turnovers, maybe 5? I think 5 turnovers.
At least 4. Yeah, the interception, 4 fumbles.
So it is Carrollton's ball
That's
on the
interesting.
half-yard line. 45 seconds to play, 47-14. Here's a quick QB sneak. He's up the middle, and he got
And that should be all
3
she wrote.
yards. 38 seconds and counting. It's winding down. You got to figure they're just going to let this game run out and get everybody home safe at this point. And I think that's what they're going to do. 26 seconds.
Yep, so
They
this
can
win
run it
by
out.
Alliance sets up a huge matchup next week against West Branch. West Branch wasn't a close game with Marlington. It was 22-13. We'll have to check and see how that ended up. Salem, also in the EBC, Salem pounded Minerva. So Alliance comes out, flexes their muscles in a battle of 5-1 teams in the EBC, and they win 47-14 over the Carrollton Warriors.
Our starting lineup tonight was sponsored by Red Door Apparel and Clothier. Our title sponsor is C.H. Vallos and Associates. We also want to thank Kishman's Market. They've got 2 locations, both Minerva and Malvern. McNeil & Sons Tree Service. No job too big or too small for them. Call them 330-606-1126. Simon Says Promotions. Underneath them is Copeland Paints, Brooklyn Rio Photography, Studio Vibes, Brits Bows, Game Day Boutique, and the Tiger Store. Our Red Zone Alert is sponsored by Spirit of Stark. Our injury report has been sponsored by Leathernecks Nation. Thank you, Leathernecks, for your service. Those are all Vietnam veterans over there in that gang. And the finally here Ohio.com player of the game is for Alliance is Brendan Zerberg. Number 4, he's a junior, so we're going to get to see him for another season after this.
Yeah, and he, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks, coached a lot of good quarterbacks in my time, a lot of good quarterbacks that have played Division I football, and out of all the guys in Stark County, he translates best to college football. He's got a quick release. He's got a cannon for an arm, great footwork, obviously, with lineage with his dad there. And he run the ball. He's athletic. He's thick. I really like what I see out of Brandon Zerbrug for seeing him the first time this year. You talk about Drew DeShields, Poochie Snyder, all these quarterbacks, Jackson Johnson up at Salem. Brandon Zerbrug, to me, is your best all-around quarterback, and he translates well to the college game.
One other sponsor is the Quarry Golf and Event Center. They sponsor our scoreboard updates throughout the evening. Folks, we got a final here. Thanks for joining us. You got anything else, Drew, before we sign off?
Nope, just thank the rest of our sponsors, Ben Wallenberg's Chocolates, St. Joe's Senior Living Center. We really appreciate everyone. If you're interested in advertising at Stark Media, any of our shows, let us know. Reach us out, starkmediateam@gmail.com. Check out every Wednesday night on our YouTube channel, High School Football Rewind. Jim Ballard and myself break down the week before, preview games coming up. This is no fluff, no bullshit. We give it to you the way it is. We do film breakdown, interviews with coaches. Had a great interview with Antonio Hall of McKinley last week, who's going to get a win tonight up at Lake, a big win for the Bulldogs. So check us out. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to this YouTube page from Carrollton Warrior Stadium down in beautiful Carrollton, Ohio. Final score is Alliance 47, Carrollton 14.